Welcome, welcome everybody to the FNCS day number 2 grand.
Shut up.
I forgot to turn off voice chat for some reason. Anyways, guys, welcome everybody to the FNCS Grand Finals day number 2 for NA East, and it is chapter 3, season 2. And so right now, the only thing I know about it is that we are right now in chapter 3, season 2, with NA East, day 2 of Fortnite FNCS Grand Finals. I cannot wait to see who's going to be winning. It's going to be an insane tournament. There's going to be 6 games. It is day number 2. Let me get the predictions down below in the comments. This is going to be an insane day. I cannot wait to see who's going to be winning. My prediction, guys, is going to be Peterbot's team. You know, Booga's team can come up from 3rd place, but we do not know. We will find out if they will. But you know, all the teams that are below on the points could be actually raising up during, while like the top 10 people are going down. Just like what happened in EU-Europe Finals Day 2. We have Aqua and Vino's team getting the win. And they were actually in, they started off in 10th place in day number 1, went down to 1st place and started just popping off since, and they got the dub. Plus, they secured them the FNCS Champions of, like, it's the Acts of Champions 2.0, plus they got $130,000 to split in their duo. And it's gonna be an insane tournament for NA East. It's NA East's turn. One of my favorite regions. That's my region that I'm in, NA East. I cannot wait to see who's winning. Whoever wins gets to be on my belt of glory for FNCS. I'm gonna be writing their names on it, and it's gonna be insane, guys. So without further ado, let's get into Legends Landing and let's find out who's winning FNCS. It's day number 2, so here we go. Let's do it. Wow. Wow, if you guys just saw that right there, that is what the Axe of Champions pickaxe looks like. It is 2.0, and it's insane. It's insane. I cannot believe we made it this far. You know, this is it for the whole season, guys. After this is the off season, and a lot of the sweats are going to be grinding on the off season. They're going to be coming in to the qualifiers 1 with the fresh duo, all ready for you know, the next tournament. And if you guys do not know, coming up in November 12th to November 13th is going to be an in-person FNCS tournament. It's going to be insane. It's going to be in North Carolina. If you guys want to join, just go on Fortnite's website. They'll tell you all about it. They know more than me. Anyways, let's go back to the spawn area where we start. This is the city of FNCS. This is where all the sweats live before FNCS. They are getting ready. And man, I cannot wait to see all the battle buses launch. They will be ready for all 6 games. It will be insane. The city's lit up. It looks insane. Now remember, guys, on the off season, we will be grinding a little bit of Legends Landing, and we will be grinding a little bit more. I don't know. We'll be grinding a lot of it. It's insane. We got the battle bus right here. And yeah, so here we go. Let's do it. So remember, guys, 6 games, 5 to 8:30 is the tournament. So I will not hold you guys here for too long. It will not be too long for you guys to watch. It will be an insane tournament. Here we go. Alrighty, take a look under me. That is the battle bus model. That was the first ever battle bus launched in FNCS. Looks insane. Wow, looks insane. Anyways, guys, let's go up into the stands and let's watch FNCS.
Ended up getting rebooted by Cold midway through that game, and finding the victory route after being in a position like that, it's really, really phenomenal. We know this team though. They are so good on the lower ground specifically, and they have showed it this season with 3 Cash Cup wins, so looking good for them. They are in 2nd place right now, coming into day number 2.
And that win was actually the first win by a team that rebooted a player in NA East this season. So that was even more impressive. Breaking barriers, breaking records in NA East. We got to talk about another duo, is Pam and Fatch. They have been phenomenal. Pam, Stu, and Fatch, if you guys don't know, are French Canadians. They've been landing up at this split that they've kind of created for themselves and have succeeded at for the past couple of seasons. We see them typically on the mid to low ground, but in
alrighty, guys, here we go. Looks like we got a good view.
They're developing into a whole nother level of a team, and in NA East, that's
alright. Looks like we got an insane view right now.
Different layers. It is not a low ground. It's not
alrighty. We're all good.
All grounds for all teams.
Alrighty, guys, enjoy the show. Lay back, enjoy the show. I'll be back with you in a minute. Looks like in 11 minutes the first game is gonna kick off. So see you then, and yeah. All right.
More about some other players, Adam.
Indeed, that's absolutely right. It's all about the layers. I love that. It is all about the layers indeed. Of course, we're in FNCS, so I'd like to give you a bit of insight into the players themselves. Here's what happened. We caught up a little game we played called How To with the pros.
There's just no sound when you just mantling up. I'm very fond of it. I think it's a really cool idea.
Mantling is just crazy for being able to like kind of surprise like whoever you're going against. Like no one, it doesn't really have like audio, like you can't really hear it.
How to use it, always make sure you change that setting to hold forward. That's the most important thing.
Mantling is like a really good item if you have like no builds and you're trying to like fight the opponent, and you can also use it even if you have builds, because like they'll get surprised by it.
Just climbing on top of houses in an up spawn fight, let's say, or just an endgame going up players.
The best way to do shotgun is in the close range distance. Personally, it's either going to be between striker or drum.
A lot of people kind of overlook them just because SMGs are like super good right now.
I think the best shotgun this season is probably the striker.
I think the striker is the best one to have because it's pretty consistent.
The thermal is really strong, but people just don't really see it. But like, there is so many ways that you can use them.
I think it has like really good potential. It's like just so easy to see like where everyone is, and like it has really good damage. You can shoot with it really fast.
Open lobbies, I think it can be good to get a good opening beam maybe.
I personally use tactical sprint to get to my duo quickly. Your duo needs you, you just sprint to it, and you're good to go. Tactical sprint's a really cool thing. I like how it has a cooldown also. Allows you to do a lot of cool things, especially combining it with mantling.
I think it's just people remembering to use it under like intense situations that will just save them.
It's really good for late game because you don't have to use mats. You can just like run as far as you can.
You can go up really fast. You can go ahead really fast. You can just cut teams really quickly. It's really useful.
The best way to use a combat SMG is probably just getting in someone's face. You know, the fire rate plus the damage on that one is insane.
You can kind of use it to like phase your way into a box super easily, and like the pressure it adds is just crazy. Like you can shoot through like walls with it.
If I just have a combat SMG, I'm just like, just get in their face.
I feel like the combat SMG pretty much replaces the shotgun at this point because it does so much damage so fast.
This season, the best ways to rotate have to be obviously launch pads, but most of the time you won't have one. So best thing other than that is going to be probably chug splashes, tanking.
The best methods to rotate is just like run the zone and make like build if you're getting shot, to be honest.
Welcome back in there, folks. I'm just saying to Vivid and SPG, looking fresh tonight, boys. Look at these guys.
Thanks.
They clean up well. Thank you so much. They scrub up well. Okay, of course, lovely to hear from our players there, whether you're a brand new player or a seasoned veteran. Always nice to hear from the pros and how they play things. Speaking of which, POIs, rotations, how do the pros do it? Particularly, it's finals here, particularly on finals. You want to find out a bit more how about they rotate and such. And we're going to look at some POIs right now. We'll start with the Collider, one of our brand new POIs that Peterbot and Byler right now are doing wonderful things at Vivid. But why is it so special?
Listen, it's so special because our our winning team right now is landing there. That's why it's so special. They are making
I
it.
think you're going to say, is the screen set? Sorry for that.
No, Peterbot and Byler are doing phenomenal out of this POI, and it is attributed to just how much you get out of this POI. There are these 2 slurp jugs which Peterbot and Byler are landing at this south side, so they are actually getting access to both of them. It gives you a lot of flexibility, right? Right off of spawn, they are already 100 shield, so that's just a big bonus. And then also some slurp barrels around there. You really never have to use any of the shield that you actually loot. And then you have the great spire in the middle here that you can use as like an air vent to kind of rotate, make any of those rotations out. Now, also, there are IO chests, regular chests, you have coolers, and then there are also 2 guaranteed supply drops, which, as we know, these supply drops guaranteed to drop a launch pad, and we've seen it. Launch pads have been so impactful on these end games, getting these teams around the map, specifically throughout those moving zones. So the fact that you can get one every single game when every other team basically just has to rely on whether they get one or not is a little bit sketchy. But so they have that edge. And then also Dr. Sloan's mythical burst assault rifle, way good. We talk about storm charge all the time. This thing does more damage than any of the other assault rifles, so you have that edge as well.
Yeah, it's a great POI to land at. So much rotation, so much power coming from that POI. Another POI I want to talk about is going to be Camp Cuddle. It's not as powerful, yet it does have everything that you need. We see Pledge and Teo are landing at Camp Cuddle, and they're able to get some loot, some weapons. They have the coolers there, and, you know, occasionally going to find a launch pad, but it's a pretty big POI they have all to themselves, which allows them to get enough ammo to get Storm Surge tags. And it's an interesting play because there's not many people on the west side of this map. So it's really just them. There's Command Cavern above them, and there's one team actually landing at this house and a split to the southern side. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to continue to play this. They've traded tags a little bit back in day 1, but nothing significant. There was no real fights between the 2 teams. Now I want to see how these teams are going to play out. I was watching some rotations yesterday. I saw Pledge and Teo struggled in the first couple of games, but then were able to make adjustments. So let's take a look at the map here. We see Camp Cuddle is here on this left side, all the way the western side of the map. Now, let's call worst case scenario zone poles all the way up to the opposite side of the map. Okay, how are you going to make that rotate? Well, actually, they made this rotation almost exactly the same twice. The first rotation, this yellow line, was poor. They decided to go towards the fortress and ran into way too many teams, put themselves in a bad position. Then they decided to go through Tilted, land near these siege cannons, go on top of these hills, get the surge tags, and use the siege cannons to continuously push themselves and rotate through. It worked much better, and that's why if you go back and look at the match history, the first half for Pledge and Teo, it was shaky. Second half, they really clutched up, made these adjustments that were necessary, and had a great second half of the tournament. I expect to see them continue to do these same things that worked in day 1.
Yeah, you love to see some adjustments being made out of these teams mid-tournament, and also to see it actually make a positive impact on how they are performing. So absolutely great. Now, we talked about these teams figuring a little bit about themselves and the rotations. Let's figure out a little bit about the players, Adam.
Indeed, yes. We love talking about our players to find out exactly what makes them tick. One player we have to catch up with is, of course, Jamper. Here's what happened.
What's up, everyone? Sundown here, and I am in the lobby with LG Jamper, and we're going to hop right on into it. Jamper, how you doing today, bud?
I'm doing great.
Why don't you tell people, what was the first tournament you ever played in, won money in, and what did it feel like?
The first tournament I ever played in was the Lux Cup. Or actually, that's the first tournament I won money in, but I competed in some of the other tournaments, but I wasn't eligible because I was under 16. So that kind of held me back, and I still loved the game, so I kept playing even though I wasn't allowed to compete. And then they announced World Cup. It was age 13 to compete. That's when I was I'm gonna get serious. I'm gonna focus it, and I actually made money in the Lux Cup, which is actually pretty early on. It's the first tournament.
At what moment were you like, wow, I can kind of keep really doing this Fortnite thing?
Because I was doing average, you could say, in a pro terms, average in the tournaments and everything, but that was while I was playing soccer and school and everything. So I knew if I had more time to focus on what I was doing that I would be successful. So I guess I kind of always knew, but when LG messaged me, that's when like I knew.
So once you were able to focus on Fortnite, what kind of gave you that biggest lift? Was it being able to practice all the time? Was it really being able to dedicate the tournament? Do you do a bunch of VOD reviewing?
Definitely VOD reviewing. That's like the most important thing, because like, a lot of people, they have like an ego about themselves and like won't admit their mistakes, but if you take away your ego and actually like look at what you're doing wrong, like that's what really pushes you above everyone else.
I feel like in your particular duo, that's made sense because you're paired up with Dukes right now, right? And how do you feel playing with him has been, and what are you excited for this upcoming season?
Playing with Dukes is actually really fun because it's one thing to like play with your teammate just for like tournaments, but I actually like hanging out with them and talking to him, so it's really nice. And the last finals we played, the grand finals, Chapter 3 Season 1, he actually solo clutched like a lot of points and he had a really good performance, so I'm really confident with him.
Yeah, and how is that knowing that at any point in time, not only are you enjoying playing with your teammate, but you both really have that capability of kind of popping off and having that big game? Like, what are the vibes like in the call when that goes on?
It's great, because like if I do it, he makes me feel like I'm the best player, and if he does it, then I'm just like, oh my God, Dukes, you're the best player. Thanks for carrying me.
Where can people find you? Where can they watch you, catch up on the social media, catch up on your streams? What are your tags?
Jamper FN on Twitter. That's like my main platform that I use to like communicate with what I'm doing, and I stream a lot on Twitch, twitch.tv/Jamper.
All right, sweet. Thank you so much, Jamper, and that's been In the Lobby.
Great to hear there from Jamper. What a away. The clock is ticking here. We are out, boys.
Game time. Game time.
Let's go.
Day two vibes. Day
Good
two
to see
vibes.
you guys. Good to see you. It is so much hype here right now because we know 6 games left. We're going to jump straight into predictions. Let's have a look and see exactly what's up right now. This is who we thought might go all the way here. DJ Nyomzo, not a great day yesterday. I'm expecting big things today. A lot. They can come out, guns blazing, aggressive. I need victory royales. Of our Sundown now. Who's your pick? And we just saw him on the VT there as well.
I was just about to say, you saw the interview with him, Jamper and Duke. I thought they'd be playing a lot of high ground. I haven't seen it yet, but still a couple of good games yesterday, and anything can happen on day 2.
Okay, MDF, walk us through yours with me.
Kanata and Agers, I love what they're doing. Again, today's day 2 though, right? Hit that drawing board, come back, make a new strategy. That's what's important today.
Interesting. Viv?
Bugumira, they're in 3rd place right now, reigning FNCS champs. Nothing more to say.
And SPG?
I'm in the same boat as you. Need the victory royales, need a big comeback today.
We absolutely need that as well. Of course, as always, do let us know who you think is going to go all the way here. Who is going to be FNCS champions? Let us know in the chat here. We're going into Game 7. There are 6 games left to play. Oh, who's going to get the Active champions? Let's head over to Sundown and to Monster. Bring us all the action. It's Game 7. Let's dive in from the Battle Bus.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for setting the stage. We have seen 4 other regions.
And here we go. Game number 7 out of 12. Game number 7 out of 12. Beginning right now. Remember, my prediction, Peterbot's team. I'm going to look out for them, and I'm going to look out for Booga's team. We are on day 2 finals. We are on day 2 of the grand finals of FNCS. And we are kicking it off with this game. Here we go. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna look out for Peterbot's team and Booga's team. I definitely want to look out for other duos.
The name you put up there is the name we're gonna call out. Please keep your branding consistent. And one thing I want to note, I went back yesterday and I checked because I know I talked about it. And I was like, man, I feel like I've seen these numbers before.
Here's Macwood's team at 83 points. 83 points on Macwood's team. Looks like they are landing at Daily Bugle. Alright, looks like they're landing at Daily Bugle. Has a duo to share with.
Played so consistent. They played well in the first qualifier. And you know, we tend to overlook things. Sometimes the name means everything. This time around, they are proving that we need to keep an eye on them. We need to give them attention. They have definitely earned it here today on the main stage. Of course, Peterbot and Byla have taken full advantage of the Fortnite world. Let's just talk about players that are so flexible like this. I think honestly just gives them
Here's
even more
Peterbot's
of a
team.
reason to check them out. The fact that
What's
they
up,
can be so nimble,
Peterbot?
so flexible,
Here's Peterbot's
and play the
team.
newest drop and find
That's
success.
my favorite team right
They're able
now.
to really just be a little bit defensive.
Oh,
on them.
no.
They know they don't have to be pushing
And it
for
does
all of
look
those
like they're
eliminations that
facing
got
them
them
right
there, 'cause,
now. All right.
They got them yesterday. They're able to now.
Oh no,
just
this
kind
is
of look at the rest of the lobby.
sus.
We're gonna take a look.
Sus
Trashy and
because
Blaze, they're trying to find a little bit of room over here.
Peterbot's
One of
team
our
was just seen a
contested
few
side drops
moments ago.
focusing over on the gas station right now. HP
Oh
leads
man, here we
very,
go. This
very
is
much so
insane.
in the hands of
Trashy.
Golden teammates.
Here's
Not
Trashy.
looking too hot for Glace right now, who's got about half that health pool to work with, but Trashy's just trying to find any kind of material count that he can here. He's got 100 brick. That's going to give him about 11 builds or so to work with. Not too bad considering he has this natural high ground, but that HP disadvantage, that lack of a long range and a closer follow-up range weapon is going to be pretty tough to engage and find a lead here. So this is going to come down to whether or not they can actually bait them into bringing the battle to Trashy. Otherwise, they should get out of here. Remember, each of these engagements are still going to be worth so much.
Right, you can see Trashy trying to get the cone. Will get the replace over the top, and then immediately, nice little edit back, but Fable Taco trying to back him down, and now the HP lead is a little bit even. If you're Trashy, you want to close this fight immediately.
And that's how you play right there. You pre-fire.
Here we go. I think we got
This is
better
one thing that
placements
pros
over
are
here,
exceptional
unless
at.
if I'm
Setting
wrong.
up those pre-fires, you cannot overestimate a player like Trashy. He will definitely punish you for any mistake. Fable, Taco, and Golden, a part of that new era that we were talking about. Here it is. Time to step up to the plate.
But just 2 builds on Fable Taco, which means if you end up in a situation where that drum's able to get on top of you, you don't necessarily have a wall to be able to slam up, which is one of the best things to kind of back down those high rate of fire weapons. It feels like Trashy kind of knows it. He should hear them hitting those materials on the inside. He's trying to push it down, and immediately Fable Taco trying to find an answer, and he does. Blaze taking a bunch of damage. He's going to go down. It's all going to be on Trashy.
Not looking good for Trashy now. He
Sorry
didn't get a
about
chance to
this,
reload his
guys.
weapon,
Sorry
so
about the
this is it.
confusion.
It's pretty much all or nothing. He looks like he wants to commit here and now. Keep in mind, he does have to hit every single shot possibly.
Dude, this guy's
with max
munching and
damage as
munching.
well if he wants to take out 2 players here, especially with the limited ammunition that he has. Giving Golden and Fable Taco a chance to rebound back, go ahead and get their HP up is going to be devastating for him now. Here it is. He gets the 1v1 he's looking for, but it's still in the advantage so far of Fable Taco.
He only has 3 bullets left. Like we've seen him, he hasn't picked up any additional ammunition. You see him desperately trying to put it down, and he's going to go down. First full duo eliminated on that end. And I anticipate one, if you're just joining us today, we'll be setting the stage after all these initial fights as we have Shoni and Polo, no strangers to fighting early, going right up against Crumble and Mars. Mars goes down immediately.
Here's the thing, these are the best players in NA East going head-to-head, regardless of where they are coming into day 2. These battles, these engagements are worth thousands of dollars. Literally, your placement points will matter. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to have a great history from your most recent competitive tournament, right? These are what the players wear proudly on their shoulders. So far, Shoni and Polo have done pretty decent. They have a chance to actually battle today, do well, and make it to top 10.
And they're one of the duos who haven't been competing here in the finals before. This is their first opportunity, and we have seen them get better each and every qualifier. And again, we talked about the stakes. We talked about the 130K for first place as Narwhal actually ends up picking up Golden. So that first fight just delaying them enough to end up allowing another team to come in. Shoni and Polo are trying to go down, but hey man, you saw the announcement this morning, right? Like there's a little bit more on the line. We will have that invitational in-person event in November. And yes, that invitational word tends to scare people and look at all that. But if you go through, you read the blog, we're going to be inviting top duos based on their performances in the FNCS. So hey, you want to show up? You want to end up in Raleigh? Put your name on the stage right now.
You say small, I'm saying that's a large announcement, a huge one, in fact. I'm
Alrighty,
so
sorry I haven't been talking a little bit. You know, I've been really entertained in this. Oh, Narwhal! Getting an elimination. Let's go, Narwhal.
And Nexi on fire right now. Kick things off with 2 eliminations here. And again, they came in late. They kind of sweep up the dust right underneath the rug. And that's going to be a great kickoff for them. 6-point swing means a lot. You saw the standings. Our top 15 were quite literally 3 points from one another. Do not let that little number on the side of where the team is coming in discourage you from counting these squads out. So many of them have a true opportunity to jump into top 10. It is not even a drill for Booga and Miro, though. There's a huge order in front of them. They have to stay consistent. They are one of the duos that are right in that sardine pack with all the other players.
Oh man, I hate Sardines.
And
Just
here
not a massive fan in that regard.
is
I'm a massive
Boga's
fan of the way
team.
Boga and Miro have been playing. It's very easy to get discouraged when you look at the top of the table and the fact that Cold and Walltaker and Peterbot and Violet have been playing so well. These guys aren't slowing down at all. They've been able to put up the pressure. They've been able to contest against Surge. They've gotten reboots when needed. Now we're going to swing on over to the opposite side. Polarized and Nico, they're trying to get on the board here. Creo and Vert on the opposite side. And honestly, I love the attitude coming out from Polarized and Nico here, because they talked about everyone was just like, man, really tough day one, failing to score a point. But he said, hey, I would rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9, because going 0 for 9 means I stop shooting. And these guys, they're still going. They're still pressing. They want to be a part of that conversation.
You love it, and you love to see players continue to try their best, play their hearts out, and do their best tournament after tournament. Of course, it's not over until it is absolutely over. And there's a lot of teams that have yet to earn some placement points or just general points here in the tournament this weekend. So it does kind of give a little bit of a heads up to the rest of the community looking at this tournament here. It's been difficult, and our best teams are shining. They're actually taking away so many points up at the top, and that's why it's actually highly competitive there. Talking about highly competitive teams, though, Walltaker, Cold, these guys are in the running.
And here is Peterbot.
Essentially,
Now, if Peterbot gets wiped out early, I think second and third place is going to be going up straight to first and second.
Okay, guys, so let's tune in right here with Peterbot and Violet. Now, again, they do have that Dr. Sloan's assault rifle right off of spawn. He's actually holding that combat SMG as well, so no shotgun. So don't expect too many close range fights to go down. But interesting, we have a new fighter at the Collider. Bizzle and Diego Plays actually landing there, and I do believe they might have snuck away one of the supply drops. So I'm not sure if Peterbot and Violet actually got one of those launch pads this game. And with this south zone, we'll have to see how it impacts them.
Doesn't look like it as we swap through their inventory. No launch pad there, but we also did see Soneto get a knock very early on.
Looks like they're going to be camping in a bush. That's an original strat for some pros.
Have been won by the team who is in first after day one. So, if statistics
let's go, Peterbot. Let's go. Let's go, Peterbot.
New hurdle, a team landing at the
let's
raw
go.
Spot, a team stealing away what could be the most vital piece of loot, which is
wow,
that
they got a
lot
of,
Take a look here. So now,
got a lot of minis.
No, I was just about to say, what is going on here? As you see, it looks like they're trying to separate and make sure they have all of their shields in one spot. They have so many, and I love the fact that they're actually taking the time to use that kind of right-click or aim down sights and then throw the utility itself. Because
wow, that's actually a 200 IQ spot. That's actually 200 IQ. So what they're doing, guys, is they're putting all of their meds in one spot, and then they like throw it to their teammates. They throw it to each other's teammates to get them more shields and health. That's so 200 IQ. Wow, I think I need to do that. You know, sometimes pros can teach you some stuff. Sometimes pros can teach you some stuff. Sometimes pros can teach you some stuff. But here we go. TSM Liquid's team, I'm pretty sure. I could just say that. Looks like they aren't Coney Crossroads right now. I don't want to talk too much. I just want to make this a nice tournament, and let's see, you know, I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to lose my voice.
First step, getting that ball rolling, kind of touching our toes in the water to see what it looks like in modernity. But as I said all the way back in the day, competitive Fortnite isn't going anywhere, and neither is Peterbot and Bila as they keep their train on moving, picking up a key elimination there.
And Peterbot getting an elimination, I guess. Though. Peterbot is kind of low. Peterbot is kind of low. Remember, they're at 230 points. You can say 230. It's rounded. But it looks like they are in first place right now. They got a shield keg placed down. Looks like they are finally going to have an HP advantage. But here we go. Twitter has a green burst, gold combat SMG, 6 minis, I'm pretty sure 6 chugs, and some other stuff. While Peterbot has a mythic Sloan's burst, and I'm pretty sure another combat SMG with some more heals. But here we go. Clicks and Day already might be dying off spawn, and down goes Macwood. Clicks could be getting killed off spawn. This is bad for Clicks' team. Very bad.
This time now, bigger
one of my
problem.
all-time
Aggressive
favorite
Rise seems to
players
have the advantage here.
until
But I do
he went
like
down.
The conscious disengagement, something we see out of Clicks and Day a
Oh,
lot, where
he
they're not
gets
necessarily afraid to take
lasered
some of the
again,
damage.
and
We will say
Storm
323
Surge
below.
has
We'll take a
activated
second,
for
see
them.
if it updates. So the 323 lets you know the team has done the absolute least amount of damage. That's how far up they need to go. And then it will update, and we'll see the duo who we're on, which is Clicks and Day. Now, if you are new to competitive Fortnite in this regard, Storm Surge is something that is active in every game, but you generally only see it in these high-stakes competitive lobbies. It turns on in zones 3, 5, and 7, and then it will do 25 damage every 5 seconds to the duos who are underneath
Now,
the
Booga
threshold,
needs
like Booga
around
and Mira.
100
Now, how do you bump that
points to
threshold
be in
out?
first
You
place
shoot
right
other
now.
people. You get
Booga's
confirmed
team
damage section. Now, you
needs
should
to
see on
be
the
in
right-hand
first.
side,
If
once that
he
update
wants to
comes
be in
through,
first
the two
place
shots
with
that
his
Booga hit
team,
pushes him
he
just
needs
barely above, so
100
teams will be
points to
ping-ponging
gain
back
this
and
match or in any of the
Trust
next
us when
couple
we
matches
say
until
this is
game
where
number
the
12.
pressure really kicks
You know,
in. This
if
is where
Booga keeps
diamonds are created,
getting
guys.
killed off
You
spawn, I
absolutely
think he
have
might
to
move
hit
down to
every
below
single
top 20, maybe
opportunity
even
that presents
30.
itself. These
I don't
players will
know.
not open up
But
those boxes freely, so you
I
really
don't
have
know
to
what's
take
gonna
advantage. Talk about
happen.
that, though. Here comes a full dive in, and this is going to be a full-on engagement. We have the number 1 team
now
down
here
to
is
the right.
Elite
Golden and
Gold's
Aviv
team,
have to fight.
you
They are
know,
in
good
fourth
team,
place here.
pushing a
This is
team
an
now.
all-in potential battle if they do not find tags.
But who are they going to push? They're either pushing 5th place with Joji and Rokane, who probably want to fight you as well, or you have Peterbot and Byla directly underneath them. It looked like they almost wanted to geyser over towards the supply drop, and they realized somebody else was there in full metal.
And also, Golden and Aviv are now split from one another. This is terrible for them. Aviv focusing in on our number 1 team of Peterbot and Byla down low. Meanwhile, Gold has to transition on over, but also 20 players will have to go down in the feed. Walltaker takes out Teo, so these are big engagements here, but it is going to get very interesting now. Here it is, 4th on 5th.
Will they be able to take it just 38 damage above 3 seconds till that Storm Surge turns on, and then the onus could really be put onto them. You can see right-hand side of the screen, Joji and Rokane, they're a 5th place team. They are underneath, and he's actually I love this. He's hanging back in the zone, knowing he's going to get a better angle on some of the teams who are posted up right towards the outside. And just that little second, the little awareness, puts them decently above Surge.
Definitely some great tags there. Headshots come through. The feed is lighting up, though. Cold finds another one, so these exchanges are happening everywhere. Meanwhile, Peterbot and Byla find themselves another little 2-piece here onto Mega. He picks one up for the trouble. Scared Bear goes down. Walkers is down as well. Our 7th place team now down and out. That is so unfortunate for the new era boys trying to step on up, but they will continue to have opportunity here today. Let's hop on over to Blake and Lawrence, who are also below the Surge.
Oh, that was so close. Lawrence actually missed the first chug splash there, and Blake almost ended up going down. You can see him trying to split the minis over, but every second you're taking a shield is a second you are not shooting someone. And the minis will only offset 5 seconds worth of the Surge. Remember, it's 25 damage every 5 seconds, 61 below. He needs to find a double tag pretty much now or he's gonna go down, and they just barely find it. Now take a look at the top left-hand corner. 3 players need to go down, and then the Surge will turn off, and Clarity G gets taken down.
What's crazy is that there's also a heal behind them, but they don't have the time to actually, the luxury to sit down and heal here. They are deciding to take fights instead. It is gonna be the difference maker. Take a look at the focus, the laser focus on Blake's face there. He is absolutely just worried about finding these tags, and he will find them. The Surge will go ahead and simmer down now, as we've already broken the threshold, but at what cost?
I mean, you talk about at what cost in the top left-hand corner. We saw it, 4 versus 5. Well, 4 came out ahead. Joji and Rokane are down. Great use of the harpoon there to grab it, but we're going to take a quick look in at our top team and just showing why they are running.
And take a look.
Oh! Taking advantage of the fact that and they push in to make sure they scoop up all
wow,
of that
it looks like Peterbot's team actually using an underhand sneak up trick to kill one of the opponents to get more points. Wow, Peterbot has the IQ. He definitely has the IQ, and that is actually might lead him. That is why it's leading him to first place, and maybe even winning the whole FNCS NA East region. It's gonna be insane if he wins. Now here's 33 Cold's team.
They don't really have an end game loadout, and they are playing for what.
Now here we go. 33 Cold's team is a really good team. It has around 185 points. Has 185 points.
No HP to really work with here as far as
this is gonna be insane.
Go, and I love this push right here. It's aggressive, but it's a tournament winning decision.
And that's what you need to do, because again, they're pretty handily in second place, but their eyes are on Peterbot and Viola and what they have to do. We have fourth zone revealed. You can see it relatively central to where the players are at now. We do have a river cutting right down the middle, but you can see trying to get in, trying to get underneath.
Jeremy, yes. Click's team did not die yet. Click's team did not die yet, Jeremy. Click's team did not die yet. They are still alive. They might be able to win this game. I'm pretty sure they're still alive. They are. I'm gonna look. Hold on. Yep, it looks like they're still alive. And here's Jamper's team, 119 points. 119 points. Currently positioned in around 5th or 4th place. Actually, I think they're around 10th or 9th, I don't know. But this team is a very popular team, and now they're definitely going to have to rotate a long ways. If they do not have a launch pad, they are dead meat. And here's Booga and Miro's team. Booga looking to take shots. Looking to take shots off players, one by one. Players getting like, nope, you don't deserve this. Booga is going like, nope, you're dead. And if he keeps up like this, this could lead him to a first place victory, and he is going to be the FNCS winner of NA East. Here's 33 Colds team. Looks like they have 189 points to spare with. Getting the shield keg down. Gets the med mist. Hey, he has the med mist. And both shield and health goes up.
In the top right-hand corner, NA East has been the region with the least amount of reboots, and in fact, we're just able
He is chilling right now. He is really big chilling. I guess he could be able to go through the match.
Hey, this isn't really a one-horse race anymore, right? Like, Walltaker and Colt have the opportunity to get in, but right now we're taking a look at third-place team ripped to shred.
Oh, no.
Fantastic job picking up Elims, but falling just outside of that placement threshold at top 25 is huge.
And it's Acorn who picks it up. That's somebody's guns pick there, who, again, we have this little internal fun thing going on with our picks, so we'll continue to keep that story developing here as well. Take a look now. We have an important fight here. Our second place team of Cold under pressure. He's got a duel on this wall. He cannot afford to go down now if they want to stay competitive, if they want to stay in the running. Meanwhile, Peterbot also gets knocked. This is an opportunity for someone like Cold to take advantage, but it's only a knock. It's not a full finish.
Let's see if that ends up getting confirmed. We talked about how everyone was piled into the northeast side while Zone pulled all the way to the southwest. So everyone is going to have to go find that. And right now, as we said, it was just a knock. They're going to be able to get Peterbot back up on his feet. And if you take a look at the top left-hand corner, top 25. So 1 point granted out to everyone who made it this far. And then we're into the cascading placement point. So as duos drop, it'll be an additional +1. And Peterbot and Byla have only had one game where they've even relatively stalled over the course of the entire FNCS. Well, 2 games over the course of the entire FNCS.
Did you imagine the odds of falling this late in the tournament and getting saved?
And here's Peterbot. Peterbot's team in first place right now. They are still alive with like a 239 points, I'm pretty sure. Now Pledge's team. Here's Pledge's team rotating into zone. This is a popular team again. Pledge, one of the god rotation strats, and this is why he rotates like a god. This is probably why he is in, I think, 5th or 6th place. I do not know. And here's 33 Cold's team. Wow, this is an insane game 1. Cold has 194 points. They are in 2nd place right now. They are in 2nd place. And here's Peterbot's team getting sprayed. Oh, and here we go! Peterbot gets an elimination. 245 points. 246 now. 246 points that Peterbot's team have. Peterbot is absolutely popping off, and down goes Clix's team. Clix's team is now dead. They died. Clix's team is dead, but Booga's team is still here. Seen Booga's team is still alive. There they are. They are on the edge. They have good shield position. I'm sorry, they have good storm position. 149 points to spare with.
need to go down.
149 points to spare with 4 floppers, 6 chug splashes, 6 minis. Miro, the only controller player ever to win 4 FNCSs in a row. The only controller player. Remember, he's a controller player. Looks like gold at 27 HP. Wow, this is insane right now. He's healing back up. Oh, and this could be dead, and he goes down. And that's Avery. That's Muzz's team. Avery and Muzz's team are taking control of the match. They could be winning this. Here's Miro's team getting shots off people. Getting the launch pad. They take the launch pad. Remember, they need to go down. Miro, this could be it. Miro is still here, almost loses it right there. That would have been it. Booga at full HP. Booga's at full HP. Peterbot alone, 260 points only. 260 points only. He's pushing near Booga's team. Oh no! First and third place teams are meeting right now. This is insane.
As he finds it, what a shot, Peterbot! A huge shot there now. He's swinging on around. He's got plenty of maps to play with as well. And you are seeing why Peterbot and Byla are making statement plays round after round. Here it is, though. There is still more to earn here. With every team that goes down, more placement points. But Elims are better. Get those instead. That's worth 3 if he gets the full confirm. Another
and Peterbot! Peterbot! 265 points! Miro still in! Miro popping up with 159 points! Has 3 floppers! Looks like he is good. He needs to get in the zone as quick as he can. Duke is the one that eliminated Booga. And here's Imazo's team. Imazo alone. And Chip's team is still in here by a little bit. Peterbot, 279 points.
Down goes Degen, down goes
oh no, going in the open has 7 builds to do. He only has 7 builds to do. Miro uses the armored walls for the advantage.
But right now the pressure's on Miro. Trying to throw a ramp up in his face.
Look at this, and Miro goes down, but Peterbot is still in. Peterbot is still in. Chip's team is still in. Peterbot's team. Peterbot finds an elimination. Oh! Peterbot finds an elimination! Peterbot! There is a reason! Oh! Peterbot goes down, but that was a reason right there. He is in first place. And here's Kaz's team. Has 117 points. Kaz's team has good amount of guns.
Thousands of dollars and leaderboard implications.
Oh man!
As we continue throughout the day, Quad Tabs, she finally
Quad's team, 68 points to spare with. One of those low people on the leaderboard. He could, if he gets his victory, he could make himself into the top 20, and he does! Quad gets the victory royale on game number 7. GG's.
I mean, it feels like it's the
GG's to Qua, to the veteran Qua from getting the win on game number 7 out of 12. GG's to Qua.
Points are being filtered in because as we see, the teams who are in second.
GG's to Qua. Man, that was insane. GG's. Now, Qua's team has about like 70 points. Maybe they're about like 70 points. Congratulations to that team. Also, guys, I forgot to tell you, each elimination in FNCS is 3 points each. So if you get elimination, your points get higher and higher and higher. GG's to that team from getting that win. Victory Royale. That was the first Victory Royale of day number 2 for NA East. It's insane.
Now, we saw that stat earlier on that 2 teams have retained being in the top spot from day 1 into day 2, winning FNCS. Peterbot and Byla come out with 10 eliminations. We saw Peterbot get a knock earlier on though, Vivid, and manages somehow to still get some serious points.
The most incredible thing about this, honestly, is that we were accrediting a lot of their success to that that guaranteed launch pad that they were getting off spawn. But no, this game we saw that Bizzle and Diego kind of took that pad from them, but they were like, no, listen, we're better than that. They went aggressive in the mid game. They picked up 2 early eliminations, and from that, they found that launch pad. But it didn't just stop there, right? Violet goes down a little bit early. Of course, he has 4 eliminations somehow, and then Peterbot just goes on to pick up 6 himself as a solo. I mean, these guys are just playing out of their minds. Can anybody stop them?
I don't know that it'll be possible. Coming in day 2, doing this right off the bat, just showing us how good they are. I mean, we talked about it last season with Booga and Miro, all the solo clutches getting just a few more points every game. That seems to be the story here for Peterbot and Vila. And it's been absolutely incredible to watch. It's a coming out party for these two. And I mean, if this happens again, I don't know that anyone can even catch them.
Yeah, there's a bit of a victory lap vibe right now, just saying, hey, we're here. It's ours for the taking, so we'll just, hi guys.
That was insane!
On the field there, but other teams, we saw Cold going down.
That was insane, guys. That was only game number 7. Only game number 7 / game 1, because, you know, it's the start of a new day.
Right now at 282 points, Vivid.
Whoa! 282 points from first place right now.
Listen,
man, they are insane.
Than 4th place has in total points. Like, how are they playing that consistently? 41 eliminations, unbelievable. The closest to them is actually 30 in Walltaker and Cold, and then the next set is 23. Like, they are so far ahead.
They are so far ahead, and now we just take a look at the rest of the leaderboard at this point to see where it's at. There's
God,
so many shifts
man,
in that
282,
like
that is good enough for me.
Victory Royale worth of placement points that separated 3rd all the way down to 18th. Now we see that showing up once again right here. A lot of these teams are so close, and maybe you're not going to win FNCS, but a team like Scarebear and Walkers, a team like Spade and Chimp last season, if you're coming to FNCS finals, you're showing up, you're making a statement, that is your mark, that is beginning your legacy, and it's really important these teams take advantage of this opportunity.
Now, Kaz's team from that game could have gone up like 10 spots, and that's the good thing about it. People that are on like the low side of the leaderboard could get back up from the people that are on the top of the leaderboard that are going down. The bottom people are going up, so it's like a win-win, you know?
We said they had
it's
to
insane.
That did happen, trying to maintain that. Larson pressed them, it didn't happen. Obviously, DJ going early, but Iomzo managed to get some points there. But as we can see here, there's a real big gap now at SBG. Placement points versus eliminations, 41.
Placement points versus eliminations. Good point right there. Placement points or eliminations. If I look at my format right here, placement points in total could lead you to a 10.0 or maybe even a 16 GPA for the FNCS. And eliminations could lead you to maybe 20s, 30s. So I think going for eliminations in FNCS are a lot worth it because they are like, it's insane. It's insane. Just think of this. If you get top 35 or 31 lower, you get a point 26 to 30 to 26 to 25 3, 24 4. It keeps going up, going up, going up until you reach the top 5. Top 5 points start getting crazy. I mean, the points get higher, the players raise above the raise above the leaderboard, and you know, this is insane, yeah.
Second through 4th place, no movement yet.
Now, I think it's obvious from now. This is like what we saw from Booga's team. They absolutely destroyed last season. And Peterbot's team, almost 100 points separated from the 3rd place team. Almost 100 points. This is insane. I mean, we have a clear winner, but let's just see what the people at the bottom of the leaderboard can do. Because remember, the fight there is not always over. Fight at the tops can always be over. But you know, we have 1 more minute until the next game kicks off. Man, it's going to be insane. This is insane.
They are so smart because they know what their POI has off of that air vent. They always look bad.
And after this, guys, is the off season. My favorite time. The off season is where I get my predictions. I look at pro players. I see how good they are, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, quick adjustments, learning on the fly. Hey, these guys deserve it. They've been playing so well, and hey.
Now remember,
praise all day, but I think
Chimps team is at top 10 right now. Exactly. No, they're at top 11 right now. Chimps team at top 11. That can earn them around $50,000, maybe even 40, 30, 20, 10. I don't know, but it definitely can earn them a lot of money. Anyways, it's 5 more seconds until the next game kicks off. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Game number 8 is kicking off of the FNCS Finals. Here we go.
The question is, who on Earth or in NA East is going to stop Peter Bot and Byla? Because right now they're a runaway train just picking up momentum.
I want you in the comments to say who can stop Peter Bot's team? Who can stop them? Bugga? No. The second place team? No. Fourth place? No. Fifth place? No. Sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th? No. Nobody can beat this team. It is a clear winner. There's no way anyone can beat them. We have our NA East winners, Peter Bot. I don't want to official that, but right now, that's what the expectation is. That's what it is.
And here we go.
Here we go now. Game number 8 out of 12. We have only 4 more games to go. Here we go.
Will somebody enter their villain era and say, we can handle this? We'll do it ourselves, but so far, the answer is a big fat no. They're looking fantastic.
If you want to win this tournament, if you want the /1 spot, I'm afraid the only way to do
Here's
it...
Clarity's team now. Slack's already going down. Slack's already going down very early. Getting sniped, I'm pretty sure. But Clarity, barely any mats, carrying his teammate back inside to res him.
And right now, just the entire Clown Fiesta that has been going on.
Oh, and Clarity is cracked on HP right now.
Every single game, we have somebody going down before anybody really even properly touches their feet. We saw it yesterday when Diego and Bizzle were over here, and now Pamsu and Fatch, they get free shots from the Lighthouse, and they're going to put pressure on Slacks and Clarity G.
Fatch's team, I think they're in like 8th or 9th place, but they are pushing this team right now with 100 points that they have. They are pushing their team. They're pushing this team. Let's see if they can get a kill off spawn.
To hit those shots down early as well. So Slacks and Clarity G unfortunately have been up, I would say, the punching bag from round to round every now and again, depending on that battle bus, but you have to be ready for it, right? These are reasons why you need to adjust on the fly, and I'm sure if there's anything you get to take away, it's a lesson learned. These buses matter.
They have to clean up those initial drop spots in the drop map, and what we mean by that is based on where the bus is going, you need to know where to drop in order to land safely and not get just lasered by some of these other teams. Because again, we're in the NA East Finals. These are the best of the best in the East, and they're going to be able to hit those shots. And with just 5 games left, particularly with how far ahead Peterbot and Byla are, if anything, right, like, and you know you're not going to catch them, you hope they just keep stealing points away from everyone else. So that means one late game dramatic could send you from like 12th, 13th place all the way up into a big tens of $1,000s change in payday.
That's the thing, right? There is so much to play for here, and this is why I'm really calling today, or this entire finals, the new era. Walkers, Scare Bear, Peterbot, Byla,
Here's Boga's team landing at Chunker Speedway as always.
Playing exceptional. We have players that have really been proving, earning their stripes this last year, and they're doing it time and time again.
What specifically when it comes to Peterbot and Byla, though, and looking historically, there are players who have had very good solo runs. Peterbot in particular, one of the stronger individual players because he plays a little funky. He plays a little different than the rest of NA East. You can see the calculated aggression. You see a little bit of sneaking coming around, and once he's now find a duo who wants to play his way, everything is just clicking. And again, we talked about how, they had a monstrous day one, and they were able to put it all together. I mean, their qualifier run,
Wow,
where, again,
Peterbot's team has 28 total eliminations in the whole day one and day two of FNCS finals. Wow, Peterbot's team is cracked.
Total elims right now, 28 eliminations by himself. That is a ridiculous number.
By himself? Wow, by himself, he beat my own record this season of eliminations.
And again, at this point, we have to continue to highlight them. That's what this platform is all about. Show them love on all socials. I mean, if you were looking for some,
I need to learn stuff from these pros. I'm really bad at the game. Someone please help me. Please train me. Do anything. Please, I need help.
For Scarebear and Walkers, though, they have sort of slipped down, right? About 5 places.
Anyways, guys,
this is going to be an important game for them. Keep in mind as well, they're doing it out of this contested drop. Command Cavern. This is not an easy drop spot to play.
No, but we
Alright, guys, I'm back.
A ton of success around here because while Command Cavern, there's a ton of teams who land around here. There is so much loot, so many little nooks and crannies you can just quickly dip.
Alright, guys, if you guys alright, guys, if you guys do not know what game it is, look at the top right corner of the FNCS screen is right now game number 8 out of 12. But here we go, Peterbot getting absolutely lasered. Oh no, Peterbot gets absolutely lasered. Twitter is getting lasered, but they do have that shield keg.
And ready to take this fight because they recognize the fact they're getting shot.
They do have that shield keg to spare with.
Duos. If they can isolate a 1v2, you might just be feeding in more points to the top team.
It is Trashy and Glaze. They have these nice wide angles. Trashy's out in the open, but you know, ultimately this is going to play into the favor of our team leading the game right now. Because what will happen is they're just farming Surge here. They're farming tags. They're farming this free fight almost early enough to be isolated where there's no one to distract them and actually put their 2 bullets in to the conversation, right? So this is working out for them. And you know, all in all, right now, I think they've decided maybe it's time to push in.
There is a team way up there in that almost pseudo Porta Fortress type build. You can see all the ramps being thrown out to just give you better vantage angles. Just trying to get a little bit of the action. They want to just throw the tags in there. The one thing Peterbot and Violet have been very good about, though, is covering the sides. And right now, they're trying to make that push onto Trashy. They recognize that he's isolated, and Trashy's like, I don't necessarily want any of that. And he's going to double back and make sure Glace has a line of sight to be able to help.
Keep in mind, Peterbot is, of course, rocking that mythic AR. It does so much damage. One of the other benefits, again, that we highlighted up at the top of the show, our analysts of Vivid and SBG did honestly, just an exceptional job of breaking down the strength of their overall draw spot, the Collider, this latest.
And here's Clix's team, only at 78 points, only 78, and now getting that 81 points. Has 81 points now. Clix and Day have 81 points.
What would have been a nice little ambush. They already have a singular elim, so not too bad here to set them up, but all in all, they have a long tournament in front of them. They want to jump up to that top 10.
The story for the NRG duo has been they want to play aggressive. They want to be taking these fights.
Oh, here we go. Our second place team is at 199 points. One more point until they reach that lucky number 200 points. Now remember, second place I think gets around $100,000 or $90,000 to split, and that's really good. So, you know, and third place gets like maybe
from game number 5
80, 70, 60, 50, 40, I don't know. But definitely the money is big in this tournament. We go Clix. Looks like pushing a team, I think. Oh, looks like they're pushing a team. Day cutting off the opponent, and oh no! That definitely cost him a lot. Sneaking up on opponent while another opponent sneaks up on him. Oh man, Day has the heals though to heal back up, so he is alright.
getting chipped through. But this is
Here
what
we
talked
go,
about.
pushing
All
back
their
now.
wanna
This is
take
a
the
thing we
aggression.
rarely
They're not
see in
necessarily being
off
cognizant
spawn
enough about covering their
battles.
six, making
He
sure
pushes
that
them
they're
back
defending
after
from
he
behind.
got
Even
low
though
from
they
them.
one open at
Wow.
it, two open at it, Skyline there.
But remember,
Let's recognize
Day
that and
is
say,
still
"All right, we're gonna
super
back up a little bit."
duper
Lot
low.
going on here.
So,
No
you
reason to
know,
risk it all
Clicks
right now.
is avenging him,
Shots
gets a
coming
hit
through
off of
for
one.
small wins in their own, guys. Think about it. These tags, we know the implications of them. You're gonna need a lot of damage. Clicks again, playing a little sneaky right now. A lot of these are their builds, but is him and his duo on the same page is the true question now. It does seem like they decide, you know what, we have an advantage here, but there's another team now beginning to fire on in. That's not looking too good here. The odds are starting to slim down now as players begin paying attention to them. You know, Day and Clicks here just really haven't found an area or position to steamroll teams the way we would normally do it. This is honestly a duo that plays off the momentum, will more often than not just drop a team quick. We don't really see the battles draw out like this.
Right now, we will see the third zone revealed on the left-hand side of the screen as Nico gets on the board. Let's go, Polarize and Nico.
And Nico finally gets on the board. Nice job to Nico. Let's go, Nico. He needs some motivation here. Motivate him. Nice job to Nico. Here we go. Spraying in though. Day, anyways, Day spraying into a box. Gets a couple of shields taken off of an opponent. And it looks like he's doing it even more. Getting into the box. Using a box fight trick. Using the box and down. Only at 100 HP. But here we go. Aka's team. Aka is absolutely lasering Day.
Excellent defense here and buy themselves some time. The cost, though, it's heavy. Already, material count about halfway. Heals, even less than that. Quanti and Larson listening to the battle going down after that last big game for Quanti and Larson. I mean, they're right back in the mix of things, seeing themselves in endgame. In the feed there, Kanata looks like he picked up another elimination. We haven't really seen too much of Kanata and Ages in the early game, but they have continued to find success here. And I love that because their game 1 and 2 yesterday was just abysmal. It was sad to see them have such a strong drop and honestly not have the strategy for Surge, but they have honestly fixed their strategy coming into about game 3 or so, and it really has shown. But there is always more to show, and that's why we have SVG on the line.
So with Storm Surge coming up, I wanted to talk about one of the primary Storm Surge strats. We see players going and prioritizing bushes to avoid having to sit in builds. Then while players are outwardly, openly taking shots, you just fire back. They don't know you're in the bush. You get a bunch of damage nice and easy here. And that's what Trashy was able to do.
Oh, nice strat by Trashy. Here's King's team. Oh, and Storm Surge. Storm Surge activating again.
Nice little replay.
Storm Surge activating. It looks like. Ooh! Wow, triple dinks him. And that's how he gets that elimination. Peterbot's team is still in first place overall.
Bam, it was quick.
Man.
Here we have Peterbot and Byla. Big problems. 90 below. Make that 116.
Byla, finally. I get to know his name. Byla.
Into the wound here. 22 players have to go down. We talked about pacing coming out of Game 7. Being a little quick for NA East. This time, though, everyone said, okay, put a halt to the brakes here now. We have to slow down. We have to figure things out. Maybe reevaluate this pacing here. Peterbot and Byla have to decide now. The most important thing. Who do we battle? Where is there a team close enough for us to honestly take a fight, or will someone open up an edit? But ultimately, you have to hit the shots.
But they are very far into the center part of the zone. There's nobody really near them who they can realistically just push through as Polarized continues to keep himself on the board.
And Polarized continues. Oh, here we go. Peterbot gets absolutely lasered.
If you're on the lower part of the table, right, you want Peterbot and Violet to keep hoovering up as many of these points as possible, because it makes your chance for pushing into the top 5, into the top 3, that much more viable. And right now, 175 below, only 20 seconds on the clock. You have to get a bead on somebody and get some rifles, or you need to fly and start pushing. The problem is when you do that, the teams who are in there, they're just gonna wait, they're gonna edit out, and we've seen this happen so many times to the team who's underneath decides, hey, we have to get wall to wall, but they wait way too long, and now they're in a tough position. This was the only time Peterbot and Byla struggled yesterday, and the only time they've fallen outside of the top
now
25
Byla.
in the entire.
Remember, they're getting a little bit overwhelmed here. They have to push into a house, which is a bad spot to be. This is where they struggle. Oh, but here we go, Storm Surge. Now remember, Storm Surge is hitting them a lot. There's Storm Surge on Peterbot. If they don't get this elimination, this could be it. They're absolutely pushing in, and Peterbot goes down! Peterbot goes down! Peterbot absolutely goes down! And down goes Peterbot. And Twitter, I think this is it for ch and Peterbot's team. For the first place team goes down. And here we go, second place team. Oh man, now the second place team. We can see back to back first and second place teams already going down. Oh no. Here we go, the second place team is absolutely getting beamed. And now he's gonna res. That's good though. They're gonna res back. Bizzle. You know, we know him, Bizzle. We love him. We know him.
Right now you can see
we see
little
him.
Bit of space being given, but
we stalk him.
Just kind of harken back to what we saw with Peterbot and Byla.
We find him.
In the feed, Storm Surge is still ticking
idle
over
him.
Right now, 25
I don't know. All right, here we go. Demonics goes down. And yeah, Demonics looks like he goes down. Demonics goes down. Nick is still here though.
Was able to break through the
fan favorite of Demonics.
And that could be the result of
and here we go. Storm Surge still affecting him.
We didn't expect him to even go against Trashy out there in the field, right? And Glaze.
Now remember, if you are below the Storm Surge, then you have to get tags off of people. Once you guys are above Storm Surge, you guys are alright.
And you know, that could genuinely change the story. I mean,
and here's Miro's team slash Booga's team. They're getting absolutely lasered, but no, Booga lasers them back. I mean, sorry, Miro, my bad. Miro lasers them back.
First time in the
controller player, just like me. And they are going on the outside of the zone. Now remember, if they get the win, this could push them a lot. This could push them a lot. Now, okay, now here's what they love. They have gold. They could use that golden fund to vote for something, and they get minis. That is actually really good. They get minis from voting. That could give them the heals if they want to. Here we go, 200 points now for the first place team. They have 200 points. The first place team already went down so early. Now remember, just like around 83 points that they need to gain, which is I think they just need to wipe out the whole lobby, and they're in first place. But remember, Booga's team is still here. You know,
that are actually alive and honestly quite situated, so there's a true chance
in Europe. Now remember, in EU, this wasn't the case. In EU, sometimes the first, second, and third place teams always are the people that go down first. But they're still in first and second and third, you know?
In their first 3 games, and then 99 points in the last 4, truly showing that they have adjusted their strategy and they figured it out. We saw it from Pledge and Teo. That is what is so great about the FNCS, seeing the minds of the pro players come into work and then develop.
Here we go. Finally, Clicks and Day are actually alive until mid-game, which is 50 players. If they can even survive this fight that they are going into right now.
They're basically going straight into a funnel, and you really just have to hope that nobody is taking an about face and looking.
Now they are just gonna go straight into the zone.
Have to worry about that, and neither will Polo as he ends up finding Nawson, but Trashy returns fire and gets a knock onto his duo. You see Clicks today trying to make
we go Miro.
here, but somebody else who stands to gain a lot.
Miro, I'm pretty sure is in zone right now. Oh, what's this?
There, but Miro and Booga are looking
I'm pretty
for some more
sure.
points as well. They are about 40 points or so trailing behind Cold and Walltaker, so there's quite the gap that they need. Let's take a look here, though. It's Bucky who falls
Muzz,
there. Bryce
and
takes out
here's
Polo.
Muzz getting low on
Hold
HP,
up.
and Avery.
Muzz getting it
Avery
cooking
and
over here.
Muzz
7
getting
below the
absolutely
surge.
spammed
This
to
is a
death
command
right
captain
now.
who normally has their surge all figured out.
It is top
We've seen
30.
One game before where they did not have it, and Avery was the one who was down with the low HP coming out the zone. This time around, the shoes on the other foot. They're up against Acorn and Edgy, an exceptional duo. And then, of course, you have Vert and Creo, that wild
And
card
down
team
goes
right below.
Macwood's
See
team.
Walltaker in the feed getting another elimination. We
Down
also saw
goes
the
Macwood's
conversation
team,
called by
sadly.
Day and Clicks. They got taken it out. Yeah,
And
it was Jeff
down
Oliver
goes
They gave him enough
Clix's
problems. And now
team
Muzz and Avery are the
again.
only duo who
Down
is
goes
underneath,
Clicks
but
and
this is huge.
down
Only
goes
one player
Clicks.
needs to go down. They have to
Clix's
make a
team.
decision if
Now
they're going to
remember,
sacrifice somebody,
are they gonna
make the
sacrifice
push,
somebody,
let the
or what are
solo
they gonna
just
do?
play it
No,
out. If you decide
Muzz
to split
has
your
it.
heels,
This is their
you're
last
taking more
heals.
effective
This is
damage
their
every
last
time. You
heals.
could've just yeeted one
They
of
are
the players
below the
out,
storm
but it's
surge
so
by a
unfortunate
little
that
bit,
Avery is
and
getting knocked
down
by
goes
the
Muzz
surge
by
because he's
fall
not full confirmed.
damage.
Because one person
Man.
didn't want to sacrifice themselves, both go down 51 to 49. Storm Surge turns off.
Rokane and Joji stand to benefit so much from this. That was their direct competition. But look at this. The Walltaker is down. We just saw Cold get taken down as well, and then he had to get picked up. So we saw Walltaker clutch it up. Can Cold do it for his duo now?
Oh, here we go with Cold.
And
Second place team goes down. Number 1 and 2's teams are going down,
One down.
and Booga and
Two
Miro
down.
are taking
Four
advantage
down.
as this time.
5 down. Booga and Miro are the
Booga
only team
and Miro
in the
are the
top
only
5
team
who
in the
can
top
capitalize
5
on this.
that can
If you're the rest
capitalize
of
on
the
this
lobby,
advantage.
that's fantastic
Booga and
news,
Miro
but you
need
are
to
taking
get
Toss Miro
higher
and
than
Sentinels
200
Booga.
points
You're
to be in
thinking, we
second
have to win
place.
this game. We
They
have to
could.
put up points.
They
We
have.
to find
Yes, they
elimination.
have to win
And
this
is
game
their
to get in
chance
second
to make
place.
that
This is their
2 horse race
chance to
or
win.
3 horse race.
This is
But
their
also Kanata
moment.
Agers are now in 4th as
Could
well, so
Booga
they're
go
starting to
full
show
sweat
how close they are to the
mode?
conversation. They're also catching
He
up
could.
slowly.
He could
but
not. We do
surely
not know.
Creeping on up. Yamzo and Degen here trying to make best with this terrible situation as Degen's been taken out a little bit early. This is Adam Savage's pick here. Yamzo's just holding on right now.
Now
There's a player
Imanzo.
back here, he understands that.
Oh,
Willing to sit back
here's
here,
an
play for the
Imanzo's
boost. He actually
team.
grabs the body. I like this
Grabs
because he
the
does have a lot of
body.
heals.
You remember, he does grab the body, so he's above the storm. Gets some heals.
TK who falls down. TK who did in fact take out Clicks and Day just a little bit ago. So this is that general area we've kind of seen the players begin to pocket up in. And now let's take a look. Let's check in. Let's get a little temperature check from Agers and Kanata. The heals looking great. The map's pretty decent, but the zone is far.
Agers team. Now remember, here's Agers team at 154 points.
Keep taking those shots. Get yourselves on the board. Forget yesterday. It's all about today.
Rokane's team. Here's Rokane's team in top 10 right now. Rokane's team. Here they are.
A couple of times, everyone else has the opportunity to have that one big game to put them back on
Remember,
that leaderboard,
Rokane's
and
team
that's what's
could
happening
win
right
this,
now
and
as
this
the
could be
rotation
it
comes
for
out.
Booga and Miro.
Started this day off like around 18th
But Booga
place. So
and
did
Miro
Rokane
are
and
not.
Joji.
See,
And they're
there they
already
are.
inside that first
There's
place,
that
well
team.
within
They
that
are
top
in.
5.
Booga,
These are those hero
not
efforts
in
we're
the box
watching
right now.
unfold here on
Never mind,
day
he's right
number
there.
2. But
Miro
Miro
is
and
still
Booga
in here.
are alive. They're healthy. They're the scariest
They are
team
healthy right
on
now.
the
They are the
heels of
scariest
everyone
team
else
right
in
now.
first
They
and
are
second
very
place
scary.
on high ground.
And here's
When
Trashy's team on high ground. If they win this, they could get up to 100 points. They could get into the top 20. I do not know. But Trashy's team, this is good. And here we go. They use this launch pad for an advantage. Taking a bunch of damage, though. Miro, though, they are still in this, using those chug splashes.
The big difference being you have to find Elims right now. You have to close the gap and find it as Claw gets a knock on her dubs. You can see Miro doing the
Miro. Here's Miro now.
Trashy and Glaze just raining shots down from above, and Aegis and Kanata find one. They're on the bottom right-hand side. We'll take their look. That was hide and seek going down.
That's a big elimination right there. That's going to put them up at 2.
Hide and seek goes down.
Out the side here, he's going to cut this team off.
Oh! He cuts the team off, but down goes King.
Think about healing. I don't think he expected to just get hit so
down goes King. And Boga and Miro's team are still in top 12. This is the highest they have ever been. If they get high ground, Boga and Miro's team win. Boga and Miro's team win. Mega goes down. Mega's team goes down.
As they're still our 5th place team. But back on over to Aegis.
Mega's team goes down.
Oh,
here we go. Aegis team. Aegis team could be dead and down. Nope, they are in top 10 situation. Top 10 situation right now.
But he was the somebody low as Trash and Glaze
top 10 situation. Boga Miro. They are on a high amount of health. This could be it. No, they are gonna tarp over. This is good. They tarp over. They are gonna drop down. They're gonna drop down. And there no. Boga. Man, they need 10 points. And here we go. Down. Boga gets an elimination. They need 10 more points. Just 10 more points. Boga and Miro are absolutely chilling right now. Find an elimination. No, Miro still there. Boga finds it. They're in. They're in by a little bit. By just a little bit. Has 0 mats. Has 0 mats.
Edging his way out to the front side, and you
has 0 mats. It is a 2v2v1. 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 Miro on height. Miro on height. Miro.
He goes down now. So 1v1. Trashy and Pamster will be on
the other side. It is a 1v1. Trashy and Pamster.
Like, where is he? I know he's in the zone.
Here we go.
Waiting it out. The French Canadian just trying to heal and look for
Trashy, Pamster, and here we go. 1v1 situation. And Trashy gets the win for his team.
Huge game for them and a big game for Pamster and Fatch, who clutch up as well. But man, oh man, talk about Miro and Booga in the end game. Let's take a look at the highlights here. Shout out to Trashy and Glaze.
Shout out to Trashy and Glaze getting a win, but Trashy clutching up first team and getting that victory royale. GG's.
That was worth so many points.
That was worth a lot of points. That definitely got him high on the leaderboard. Definitely put him in the top 20, maybe even top 10. I do not know. Maybe below top 20 just a little bit. But remember, Peterbot's team is still up by so much, but not by a lot. They're up by 80 points. If they get down again and down again, we could be seeing Booga and Miro being your FNCS champions again. Wow, yep, Trashy. They made it into the end game. They've got in 3rd place. They are in 3rd place right now. Plus they got in 3rd place in that game. Booga, man. Sorry, I'm really sorry for Booga, but he did die at the end. He has 0 mats.
Expect out of them, just playing perfectly together, hip to hip, looking at the same thing at all times.
Yep, they are a team that works. That is a teamwork team. As they say, teamwork makes the dream work. And Booga, I mean, hey, this is good for them.
They were taking little short launch pads this game, not going all the way up in the air and getting beamed by height. So that little adjustment was saving them HP, saving them from having to slow down and keeping them alive in this game. But Vivid, I'll let you talk about them.
Yeah, I mean, no, you talked about it perfectly. Using those launch pads throughout this movie and throughout the game, we even saw them in the mid game actually use the spider web to make a little bit of a rotation in the mid game. But I was watching. Coming into the 7th,
GG's.
130 builds still going in the moving
that game
like absolutely
win.
Incredible. As you can see here, they use them to perfection.
Remember, Booga has 0 mats to spare with, and down. See, here's where Booga goes down. He's still alive right there.
Clutching up getting
He's
that
still
third
alive
place,
right
but
there.
Miro right here, almost get a couple
Here,
more
Miro
builds.
almost
They maybe
getting
pulled out
that
a little bit
limb,
more,
but he
they
didn't
just
get
played.
it.
They
And
really
also,
did.
if he had a little bit of
These-
bills
these-
left, he
these-
could have
this
won
duo
that
here,
match.
They know exactly how to see out games. They've been there. They've got the T-shirt, current FNCS champions. Not surprised they managed to do very, very well. But we've got to talk about Acorn and Edgy as well. Your pick, I believe, as well, prediction-wise, SBG. Great to see them in the end game. And again, getting eliminations, making sure they are letting others know they are here to play, to get as many placement points as possible, work their way up the leaderboard, and try and get some of that top prize pool money.
I'm pretty sure they're in 5th place right now for
They're right in the
Acorn's
middle of
team.
pack, and I could basically use everything I just described to talk about Booga and Miro for Acorn and Edgy. They're playing perfectly together, understanding the pressure, forcing players into bad positions, and then capitalizing that after they've created chaos on the backside of the zone. We see it happen right there, able to pick up an Elim, stay alive just long enough, and then just playing together. Edgy is one of the best fraggers in the region, playing with Acorn, who's also one of the best IGLs. The combo is now shooting up the leaderboard, falling early on day. Shine.
The capitalizing, Vivid, the capitalizing.
Doing so well. Listen, this is incredible because, you know, honestly, not the best first day, but it was enough, right? As you can see here, they were in 7th as he went down right there. So a lot of points. And look at this. Yeah, they went up 9 positions because of that game right there. So expect to see some more highlights out of these guys.
Yeah, we can see here SPG as well. 282 is where Peterbot and Byler are currently. We'll talk about them in a second. But you can see here now Cold and Wall take it up in 204 points. They have taken that down a little bit here. I mean, they've got some back. 3 teams are now above the 200-point threshold, SPG.
Yeah, we see Miro and Booga. They didn't move places, but they closed the gap. They're getting that much closer just to 2nd place. They're almost there, Vivid. And now it's going to get even closer. Agers and Kanata continue to put on a strong day, too. Joji and Rokane, after a tough start to today, have a great 2nd game. And, hey, you picked DJ and Yamzo. They're showing up today. And having
This is
a great
insane,
day,
dude.
too, as well. Vivid, I mean, what are they doing?
Listen, they and a bunch of other teams are just doing absolutely incredible at taking full advantage of the fact that Peterbot and Violet at that game, for the first time it seems like during this whole entire FNCS, they had Storm Surge problems. Now, Storm Surge has been a big part of a competitive for a very long time. Essentially what it is it's like a comparison as to how much damage you have done versus the rest of the lobby. You can find Storm Surge pop up at the end of like 2nd zone, and then at the end of 4th zone, and then during those moving zones as well. Now, that first threshold, we're gonna look for 70 players. So if you are one of those 30 players that are still alive, right, above that 70 player mark that hasn't done enough damage or more than other players in the lobby, expect to start taking this 25 damage every 5 seconds, and it is detrimental. As you can see here, we talked about it. Peterbot and Viola could not find any of that early damage, and that's why they ended up going down this game.
Yeah, and it's tough. It's a moving threshold. There's no set number, which makes it even difficult. So in qualifiers, for example, in zone number 3, the threshold was typically between 300 to 600. And it goes even higher. It's from yesterday, it's been 500 plus basically every single game. So that just puts it into perspective. That's 2 full players, 200 plus 1.5 taking down just to be above that threshold in 3rd zone. So that's a ton of damage, and it almost doubles every time the threshold shows up. So 5th zone has been about 900, and it's about 1,000 in 7th. So you got to understand, when the lobby's closed, it's less players, you don't need as much damage.
Yeah, it really forces your hand with it as well. You have to react quickly, because in that moment it's either med up or get some tags.
Yeah, and it does a great job of forcing a lot of these engagements to go down in the early game. You know, SVG did a great segment there. That's why we see some bush plays happening, some players hiding out, getting for some cheeky little tags out of that.
The bush plays, a classic here at FNCS. Right, it's time for game 9. Things could change here. We can still see a big lead from Peterbot and Byler, but what will happen?
And we got a 3-horse race now. All of a sudden, a little bit of stall at the top, and Booga and Miro, they capitalize.
I call that a big stall, because now what we have is a new dynamic, a new team entering into the collider drop spot. It was almost like Easy Street day 1, where you only had 2, but 3 is a party, no doubt about it. So with Bizzle and Diego jumping into the mix here, how will Peterbot and Viola essentially react? What will be their play? It's clear that moving south, hitting Gleason Trashy didn't work out. Gleason Trashy also made an end game, that game number 8, but here it is. Hopping on into game number 9 here. There is a lot to be told.
Here we go, game number 9.
Because the standings,
here we go.
Is getting more and more interesting.
And again, still an 80-plus point lead. So what we saw last game, basically going to have to see 2 more times.
Yes.
And with only 4 games total, this one and then 3 more, the time is ticking as we're going to swing on over Synapse Station. Boyle and Except looking for some room, and a great first pickup there. Able to get that striker burst in. Will Boyle be able to find those long shots that have just harassed so many players?
Now, this has been a contested drop for the last 2 days for Boyu and Except. It's been a back
Here we
and
go.
forth story here. They found a little more success coming out early.
Well, here's
This time,
Fabled
though,
team
on over to Golden.
already
And Fabled
going
top. We saw
down.
this fight last time.
Really
A
early,
big
really
drag out,
early.
took a long time
Fabled,
to conclude.
only
Now they're
35
getting to a bit
HP
of a
with 22
resolution
points.
faster here. Talking
He's
about
very
figuring
low
out what
on the
he's gonna do.
leaderboard.
Trashy on the other side is going to go ahead and save Glaze.
Trashy
Now
on the
they
other
have themselves
side.
a 2v1 situation. That big endgame performance, though, from Trashy and Glaze took them well outside of the top 20s on into that 14th bubble position. They currently stand to earn a lot more money than they did when they started the day off.
And again, we talked about how the bus path impacts so many different things. In the top left-hand corner, again, we see Hide and Seek off a southern bus path picking up a knock before one of those sleepier Lighthouse teams are able to touch their feet down. However, we're going to stick to the gas station story here. As Trashy and Glaze are just trying to slow this fight down. They don't
Oh,
wanna get
here we go, and
Fabled
Trashy
a window, and
gets
he's
an
not going to
elimination
get it. It gets
on
slammed
Fabled.
shut in his face, saying,
Nice
"Hey,
job to
you stay
Trashy,
outside, you can watch
getting an
what happens in the
elimination
next
on
game," as
Fabled.
they're gonna continue trying to pick up the pace here. And
Here's
now,
Peter
it looks like
Bot's
it's not
team.
just 3 teams, there's 4.
Because Sinetto lands outside at the bridge.
Peter
just
Bot's
to the
team
north,
now
and it
landing
seems like
at
they're
the
rotating in
Collider.
southern a little
Remember, if
faster
they
than
get
were
eliminated
before,
here,
and for good reason.
I think
Let's
we're gonna
talk about
see
it. The
maybe,
reason that
just
will be is
maybe,
because why not? There's more
if they
congestion
average this
happening
amount of
here. There's
points, they
more
need to
of
do
a
really
likelihood
good.
that the teams are
If they
combating
get like
one another,
around
so they can
30,
come
maybe
in,
20, maybe
find
even
tags
10,
here,
maybe even
possibly get
10
a little bit more
eliminations.
success here.
Bogan
It's
Miro
still
could be
Kuga,
up on
and
the
of course,
leaderboard, or
Yuzu's
even
at
the
Endo.
second place
They've been
team.
middling in the
But
tournament,
Peter
right?
Bot's team
Staying
could go
somewhat
down
up
at
here
the
at the top,
Collider.
not
They could.
necessarily on that first page, but
They
very
got
much
killed
in the
off spawn
conversation
once.
for one of
Let's see
those
if they can do it
last-minute
again, back
stretches
to back.
on into the top 10, maybe even a top 5 if they do really well.
And one thing to note here is Peterbot and Bila haven't necessarily been taking these initial fights at the Collider, but the big difference from what we saw at the very start of yesterday is they're no longer even trying to push for these early game elims, which is fine. They don't have to be taking those risks. They are that far ahead. However, when they're not taking these early fights, they're put under Storm Surge pressure. The only 2 poor games they've had in these finals, and I mean they've had 3 total across all of the set lobbies, have been when they're under Storm Surge pressure.
Storm surge pressure is important. This is why we continue to break it down, talk about the implications, and also try to relate that and tie it all in as often as possible, because that's the biggest difference, I would say, from
And it does look
normal
like they
play,
have
like
Chonkers
casual
Speedway
play and
to
competitive, is that
themselves,
as you get into those later
for
stages of
Booga
any
and Miro,
competitive
so you know they're good.
format or game tournament, you're gonna notice the dynamic changes, and if you're not prepared, if you don't have that experience, it's gonna creep up on you. But here for Booga and Miro,
Here's
this drop
Liquid's
off looking decent.
team
Let's slide on over.
spraying
Action here
into
to keep
one
us
team
on in
at
and
Coney
dialed in.
Crossroads.
That's a commandment. Trying to do something big here. The last
There's
time we took
Liquid's
this fight, though,
team
it did
now.
not work out here at the Coney Crossroads, as they've been battling this out for the 9th time now here as we're in game 9.
Yeah, and I mean, Death and Tabnet played very well yesterday. They were able to be consistent through the first couple of games. Now we'll swing on over. This is a fight we saw resolve.
Ooh, swinging on over, and down goes Suspect. Trashy's team could be getting eliminated off spawn, and he is dipping now.
Swings his way on in, and he's going to spear Glaze.
What's sad about this is that Trashy and Glaze have, again, gone from outside the top 20 on into this 13th position here, especially this
Nice.
game already earning 6 points off the elimination. So talk about a team that's sort of creeping their way back on into this top 10 conversation to end the tournament today, but now being put on a bit of a hold here for Death and Tabnado, our team that's going to keep us dialed in for some action right now, has a world of problems. Not only is there a team shooting from behind them, they have a very skilled Commandment and Stretch in front of them. Yes, Commandment and Stretch are having a bit of a struggle here in the tournament series, but this is no pushover team.
I mean, like you said, we saw Stretch on social media earlier today saying he's a little bit more reinvigorated, and see, he's probably going to look to apply that here. Whereas Tabney, Death, they want to get in the conversation, be on that front page. Don't forget, hey, just because you don't win, there is still tens of thousands of dollars on the line. Every team you pass, once you're into those top thresholds, will make you a little bit more on the season. And right now, Commandment and Stretch trying to avoid going down early here, as Stretch basically used all of his HP. They're down to just a bare sliver of white.
What a team play. Hey, Stretch, you have the big pop. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to go ahead and
And
use it for
here's
myself. I'm gonna help you
33
get a little bit
Cold's
more
team.
comfortable. On over to
Team number 2, they're in second place right now.
Again, this is their favorite position to be in after their early game rotates. They play the bush, they play the bridge for metal.
Here we go,
for
Clicks
flame.
and Day's team at 31st
Day
place.
here, though.
Clicks
It's been a
pushing
battle,
into a box.
battle.
Clicks getting,
Ends up
finally
by
Clicks
They
getting an
re-engage it onto
elimination.
Sphinx
Nice
into Quincy.
job
We've
to
seen
Clicks.
this battle happen
Remember,
before. Last
Clicks'
time it took a
team is
long
in
time to
top
close out.
30 right
You know for a
now.
fact, Clicks
They
right there
could
is
get
top
into the top 20 if they could. They could.
By the way, the strikers can't hit for 200. He'll still make the calm though.
Definitely, it's something our pro players love to do. It's that excitement that comes into the fight there. You know, it's hard to kick it. Players are so used to making those call-outs here, but let's jump on over to the command cavern. Polarized and Nico, man, that last game, if they could have just done that in day one a couple more times, they would surely be up at the top, but they have managed to find themselves a little bit of a fresh breath of air, if you might say.
But honestly, I love the fact that they are still going and still pushing. We talked about it right at the start, but you can't let one bad day keep you down. Anything can happen in Fortnite. All of these players deserve qualified, push their way all the way through. And the fact, I mean, they caught a ton of slack from a bunch of other players being like, how is that possible? All this stuff. Well, they're still here playing, right? Everybody else who's watching, you're watching for a reason right now, and they're pushing and they're making an impact.
Oh
on
man!
these other teams. And
Oh
that's what you
no!
wanna see
There
right
is
now.
a lot of people at Command Cavern right now. Oh, Alex, 1 HP! 1 HP from Alex! 1 HP from, I think I should say like Alex. Alex is at exactly 1 HP and down goes Alex. Down goes Alex and, Paralyzed team, Paralyzed is at 44 points. They are in top 41 right now for Paralyzed. Top 41. Here we go. Muzz and Avery. I'm pretty sure that might be Muzz and Avery's team.
They were up in the top 5, and then they say, no, we're here to fight. We're going to continue to push on through as well. And we have a big clash here. All of a sudden, everyone has to slow down.
One thing to note, we are pulling pretty much the same first zone that we had in game number 1 on today, so game 7 overall. They're going to have a pretty far east rotation. With that being said, with the 4 flops on Nico, they can chill forever. The floppers can really offset a lot of this 1-tick zone. The first 2, when you're in the storm, it only does 1 damage per second. Like, the players are more than capable of being able to offset that pressure, as now we're going to swing.
Here we go now.
Nice little temperature check with where our
Peterbot.
current users are.
Oh,
I'm
here
very
we
curious
go.
to see whether or
Peterbot
not
gets
storm surge
tagged a
ends
little
up
bit.
being a problem for them. However, what's not
And
a
they
problem
have a
is they're
supply
getting a supply
drop. They are getting a supply drop.
And Peterbot has a shotgun this time.
Yeah, the shotgun that he loves as well, that high fire rate weapon, but also already securing themselves that launch pad from the drop, and now an additional one because, of course, they get this airdrop here. So that is a bonus point on top of a bonus point here. You'd love to see it here. Now with 2 launch pads, it's looking like this might be a game that it'd be impossible to stop them unless the storm surge does, and it does look like there are so many players alive right now.
Oh no, now they get hit a little bit.
In the feed there. That is on to Playify. So
Now Day getting another elimination. Nice job from Day.
Turn online, find a couple Elans, find success.
Yeah, in the second zone, again, reveal coming through. Very similar to what we saw in game number 7. I believe we had 2 of these yesterday as well. So the teams should kind of have an idea of where they want to rotate, which duos are around them, what they're capable of doing. But speaking of that, Day and Clicks on the board and still going. Nico finds one onto Walkers, and I'm going to put a little bit of an outside prediction coming in here as we're going to check it out.
Now here's Nico's team.
I think Nico and Polarized.
Let's see, this is a replay from Nico. Nico getting an elimination from the replay. Nice job from Nico. Now Nico at exactly 50 points.
Pretty much talking down, and then they said, you know what? Let's show up today. Let's show players why we made it this far. And let's be honest, more often than not, the guys talking aren't the dudes in the conversation with y'all in finals. So Nico and Polarized proving that They are some of the best players on the region, and you know what? They deserve to be here. The performances are speaking for themselves.
There was also a reboot that we just heard near them, and it might be something where they're trying to hawk that player out. So we're going to hop on over with Cole.
And here we go. Oh, here's if second place team goes down, then I'm pretty sure the third place team is going to take their spot for second.
And you're on a stage like this.
Oh no.
On the big screen. What's up, Cineplex? How you guys doing? I know Adam made the joke. He's like, "Ma, look, I made it. I'm on the big screen." But it's cool. Yeah, one, super cool. Two, a little fact. I won't leak where, but Adam's been on the big screen before. I'll let you all go do some digging in that regard. But
oh no,
you see Tabne pick up Bizzle and Diego. A nice little double for him there.
Great double for them there. They're gonna start racking up some extra points here. Death and Tabne have started to make themselves well heard in this game number 9 here now. Again, this game will officially mark the just about halfway point of the day.
Yep, it will.
For us. There's 12 games of course Fortnite that happened over the last 48 hours or so. But in the feet, Scare Bear gets fully taken out now by Banks, so that's going to be the conclusion of Walkers and Scare Bear once again. It seems like them going back into the command cavern isn't working today. Yesterday they were kind of leaving the drop spot and playing outside of it and finding more success.
But this is something we see a lot of.
Looks like they're trading mats here.
Those trickling fights on the western side of the map. So we're going to swing on over with Agers and Kanata as they're trying to go through. And I would call Kanata by whatever name that is there, but I speak absolutely no Asiatic languages whatsoever. I couldn't even tell you where those characters are from. So as we come through, we see Tabs picking up Joji, but Pamstow going to return the favor, getting the confirmation onto Macwood. Joji and Rokane having a hard time staying consistent going up, but the individual efforts have been what's carried them through.
Yeah, and this is an important moment for them. It does seem like they've lost their vehicle, which is what honestly makes their drop spot exceptional. And we have such a bad spot to be in. 123 damage below the surge here. 18 players have to get eliminated. These tags, crucial to their success right now. Couple being made, but 40 seconds until the wrath of the storm surge.
And I'm pretty sure Trashy goes down. Sad for Trashy.
They are right next to each other, both sides on the west, right? The western portion of the bubble. They will ultimately start looking at one another soon. That could be Kanata. For all you know, they're shooting on in.
Yeah, and you don't want to be taking chip damage like that if you're going to then be under pressure from Storm Surge. Rokane and Joji, we did see Joji get knocked, but he was able to get picked up. So they've already invested a decent amount of heals to get him back up to this effective HP. And in 5 seconds, Storm Surge is going to turn on. They're going to get wall-to-wall with Mason and Jackson and try and push this fight.
And that's a lot of damage they're going to have to find here. Mason and Jackson are no pushovers when it comes to these box fights here. These are teams that are resilient. They've been in these early game scrappy battles before, and you know what? They put the punishment down. They understand all the techniques, wait for the pre-fires and everything in between. Rokane and Joji to fire back up. Great tags there onto the duo on the side, making a cold peek, but that might be the biggest mistake there. Rokane not hitting the headshots on that Acorn and edgy peak right there. It could spell disaster.
Oh no, Storm Surge could spell disaster for Fuju's, for Joju's team. Storm Surge hitting them a lot. Oh, they're 5 HP! 5 HP! 5 HP Storm Surge! 5 HP! He's at 5 HP! Stand down! He gets picked off by the Storm Surge.
To then pop that big pot. It takes 5 seconds going out, and the huge shotgun shot was not enough. That was the threshold.
And here's Chimp's team in 4th place right now. Chimp, Spade and Chimp, they are right now. I'm pretty sure they're in 4th place right now. Here we go, Jeff in 16th place right now. Jeff's team is in 16th place right now.
One single team below the surge here getting hit by those lightning bolts. Everyone else kind of gets a moment to breathe, but that cost a lobby so much health. So many of our top teams fall in there, and we're gonna see that wear and tear start to take place now in game 9.
But somebody I didn't see there was Peter, Bot, and Byla, but somebody I want to see is Vivid. What you got for us?
Just wanted to quickly talk about how good Bugha and Miro really are in these early game rotations. Now, we actually just saw Joji and Rokane go down the Storm Surge, unfortunately, but they were on the edge of the zone, and they actually landed north of Bugha and Miro.
Let's take a look at Bugha and Miro.
From all the way Chalker Speedway.
So this is Bugha and Miro. They are really good at rotation.
All
Wow.
the way up to Sanctuary, which is effectively in the middle of the zone now. That's why they are so good.
All right, well, I guess Bugha and Miro's team is in the middle of the zone right now. Wow, from their rotation. That's good.
As Viola is down, so we talk about adversity.
Oh, hold on. Hold your butt. Hold on. Peterbot is all alone. And he is rushing Mega. Oh, Peterbot is all alone. Man, Peterbot is all alone. He is getting beamed by FaZe Mega and FaZe Dubs' team.
But if you're
oh no. Oh, does it? Wait, he doesn't.
Sent it cold.
Barely. That launch pad did not work that good.
Could potentially present itself. Now, what you're noticing, Peterbot is what could be the
Peterbot.
worst position. He's in a valley.
He is in a valley right now.
No, honestly.
He is pinched between two teams. This could be it for Peterbot. This could be it. But remember, Peterbot needs to stay alive for till 35 until 31. He is in 33.
One thing to note here, once we actually get a look, take a peek in the bottom right-hand corner. You see how many teams are on that western side. It's something we talked about earlier, how we just keep going east, and this is actually one of the hardest zones to rotate through, as we're going over the islands that are to the east of the Sanctuary. There are so few viable land places to end up going, and you don't want to put yourself over water, so there's basically the southern island, and then a little bit of real estate on the northern part, but Bugha ends up getting the confirmation there onto Bryce G. As you can see, Walltaker and Cold are trying to just scoot in and find a little bit of these oases, try and find a little bit of room as we swing on over to my prediction, Luminosity Gaming Jumper, Dignitas Duke.
Second, third, fourth are still alive. There's opportunity here for that gap to be closed. Any teams within the top 10 can start fighting their way towards that top 5 right now. Nothing is off the table as we have seen the story change here in day number 2. For Duke and Jamper, though, a lot to fight for. This Storm Surge, oh man, it cost them a lot. You can see there's only bandages in play. You have Skittles.
And here we go, Duke's team, 149 points.
Saying, hey man, what are you doing? Why aren't you moving? They need to wait for a second.
Yeah, but don't forget, as soon as you get to this fourth zone, this is 5 ticks. So yeah,
this is a 5-tick zone. They need to go quick. Finds the launch pad.
High pad in this circumstance. 2 bullets.
He finds a high pad. Here's Bugha's team. There's Bugha's team right on the edge of zone. And boom. He looks in Bucky's direction. Hello, anybody home? He finds some tags.
Instead, they waited out. They have this high ground essentially granted to them. And this zone is just insane. You have a huge pocket of players in the northwest, an even bigger one down at the southwest as well. And the landmass is in play towards that south. So the likelihood of the zone going there is pretty up there, but it will only tell in a couple seconds. First, though, Chimp has to survive this.
Oh no, this zone might be in water. We will be decided in 3, 2, 1. And oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Nightmare zone.
This is what we call a nightmare zone. One of my favorite zones. This is a nightmare zone. This is a death wish, and down goes Chimp's team. From the rotation, they need a swim. They need a swim. If they don't got any mats, they're dead. They're just, let's just pretend they're dead. And now look at this. Look at this. They are the yellow team right over there. They are the only people right now in zone. Bugha and Miro, what are they going to do here? They have good rotations. What are they going to do here? Are they going to take a launch? Are they going to find a launch? What are they going to do?
Because you basically have to have.
And here's Peterbot. Here's Peterbot. Here we go. Finds a high launch. Peterbot needs to, and Peterbot finds a pad. And look at this. Peterbot finds tags off of people.
Tags. If the zone takes him out, he will find some placement points and elims off of that as well. He sees a duo to the side, thinks about it, but no. Instead,
oh no!
He needs a
oh
refresher,
no!
but mistakes may have been made. He has to reload his weapon.
Oh, Peterbot, really low. Peterbot is really low on HP right now. He is really low on HP. He needs to get an elimination right now. He needs to pop his minis to get an elimination, and now he's getting taken down, and that is it for Peterbot. Peterbot goes down, but Bugha and Miro are still in. They are still in here by a little bit. Bugha and Miro are still in.
I think it was, what, maybe 6, 7 placement points? Dignitas Miro, Sentinels Bugha, still up on their feet.
They fell in 23rd place there or somewhere about, so it's okay, but it's not great. It allows teams like Miro and Bugha to go ahead and jump on in, vault themselves, continued into that conversation. But I want to know, where are the others? Where's Cold? Is he still in play right now? Where is Ager's duo? Are they still in play
And look
right
at
now?
this, the zone is pushing of where Bugha's team is.
Going down already here so early, but take a look. Out comes the rotates.
Yeah, and here we are hopping on board here. Walltaker Cold looking for some room. And
here we
honestly,
go.
I'm not sure I've
33 Cold's team and Walker's team. Looks like they are rotating using the swimming.
In play. The percentage to pull this is
And
ridiculous.
Thatch takes a little bit of fall damage.
To the outside. Everyone else taking to the sky, but they're so open. Everyone is focused on
Be
rotating.
careful of drowning, because you can drown.
To the front of the zone first and
Nope, and Walker getting absolutely sprayed in.
This is
oh no, this is where the yeah, this is the NA East finals. This is insane right now. It is endgame. This is endgame. This is definitely endgame right now. Bucky gets an elimination. There's Bucky getting Pledge going down. 30 Cold's team. Cold goes down.
Yes, they can, and if they do, that's the confidence booster for the year to set things up. But
Cold goes down. Cold goes down to just Walker by himself to clutch. Walker to clutch. Get expanded, and Walker dead by Clicks and Day. Clicks and Day are in. Oh, here we go. Bugha and Miro still in. Team number 3. Down goes Miro. Bugha still in. Bugha still in. 214 points. He just needs about 3 more points. 1, 2, 3 to get in second. I'm pretty sure. Maybe 4. I don't know. He needs to just stay alive for just a few more. Here we go. Needs to check. He gets that flopper. That is good for Bugha.
Trying to just run this out, push themselves up.
Bugha finds a little bit of hope.
Solo champion to put his statement on it. He needs to find a refresh on the backside of the zone. That was his very last build.
Very last build, and down goes Bugha. Down goes Bugha. Thatch is still in. Thatch is still in.
They started this game at around 11. They jumped their way on up into this conversation.
And here's Click's team. I'm pretty sure Clicks' team is still in. I'm pretty sure Clicks is still in. I don't know.
Right there, Armored Walls get slammed down though, so things are starting.
Narwhal's team is in here.
Find themselves in an end game already at 5 eliminations here. They're starting to rocket their way on up. These are big opportunities now for teams to go ahead and get into these conversations. And remember,
we go Tibonay. Tibonay right now has a purple drum shotgun.
This is it. It's all or nothing for Tabney. He is
down goes Bucky.
A great game for him. Puts him around 6. Polo and Shoney though. They are
and Polo and Shoney are still in. And Shoney finds an elimination.
Like, hold up, I'll sit back. Thanks for the refresher there. You can give me some of that loot. We'll work with that.
Right now,
oh, here we go.
On the low ground, while Shoney and Polo are up on the high ground. You can find some great shots coming out from back. The French Canadians trying to push right to the top 5. He finds an angle. Give me them.
And here we go. He finds an angle. Mastu's.
Next, finding some room. Next to Narwhal, they're making him push themselves.
Mastu is still in.
And we're pulling all the way back.
And Clarity is in the storm right now, but has a lot of heals. Thatch.
Definitely opportunity.
Lasers one. Down goes him.
Trying to get active. I like what I'm seeing here.
Here we go.
It's gonna get a little crazy.
At 0 builds. They're playing zero build right now. No. Mastu.
Dips in and Pamsel gets the gift from a
And there we go, 1v1 right now. It is a 1v1. He goes straight up.
Pamsel, the French Canadian, he says, whoa, 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 whoa.
French Canadian.
No, let's make it a
Shoney versus Mastu. Here we go. Mastu, 1v1. Mastu on high ground. To get the eliminate, he does. He does get the victory royale on game number 9.
On the door as well, saying, hey, you got room up there for me? It looks pretty cozy.
You can't help.
Wow. Mastu clutching up from like a 3v1, and congrats to Mastu from getting that victory royale on game number 9 for NA East.
And I mean roaring here on day 2. And again, everyone talks about like, hey, maybe there's kind of these underdogs and all that type of stuff. Fatch got 10th in World Cup in solo. Now won the Grand Royale coming through. I mean, these guys can play, and they're showing
And
up
that
right.
is a Grand Royale. That is a victory royale for Mastu's team. GG's.
And now they're showing up here when it matters most today.
Thatch's team getting a victory. Here we go. Nice job.
Right now, Pamsto and Thatch, they're GG's. They've done it. I think we can all agree, though, the wackiest storm of all time. I mean,
up there, over there.
I mean, the water, the Twin Islands. So I mean, it was bonkers. But it
GG's.
I think that's one of the great things about this as well.
All right, guys. Now, for a little bit, let me just mark my spot of where I was. Let me just mark it. I was right here. All right. Anyways, guys, I am going to do the halftime show. Follow me, guys, over to the halftime show spot. Now, guys, I'm going to be going over to the halftime show spot because it is halftime right now. And, you know, we have a crazy FNCS right now. This is insane. We had a Nightmare Zone, Bogun Miro popping off, did not get the win. Thatch's team getting the win. And let's bring it over to the halftime show of the grand finals of FNCS, because it is game number 10 out of 12. We are in the halftime show. Here we go. Halftime show of day number 2 is kicking off. Let's kick it off with some dances. Yeah, show me those dances. Yeah, show me those dances. Yeah. How about the pom-pom? Yeah, keep doing it. Yeah, keep doing it. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's see those dances. Yeah, let's see those dances. I like them. Yeah. I don't see enough movement. I don't see enough movement, man. Come on, let me see those hands. Let me see those hands in the air. Hands in the air. Who do you guys think is winning FNCS NA East Finals of Chapter 3 Season 2? I don't know. But right now, the only thing I know is that we are balling out at the VIP lounge / disco area. We are just having so much fun. Let's go. Yeah, keep dancing. Yeah, keep dancing. Keep dancing. What should I do? Yeah, I'm going to do the pom-pom now. Yeah. I'm balling out, baby. The disco ball is going crazy. We are having a party. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, do. Let's go. GG's. Let's go. All right. One more dance for this last dance. What should I do? Let's do boogie down. Do. Let's go! Halftime show is insane right now. Let's go! Also, guys, let's go on to the disco stand. Let's go on to the DJ stand. What should we do? Yeah, what should we do? Oh, buckets! Kobe! Yeah! Yeah, I'm Steph Curry, dude. Oh, hold up. Kobe! Yeah, Kobe. Oh, hold up. Let me sing a song. Dude, I think that Booger and Miro are doing the best right now. They are popping off. They are really doing good. I hope they get higher than 3rd place. Yeah. time to go back to the arena and let's see. Let's go. Yeah. Halftime show was insane. See you guys later. Let's go back to the arena. Anyways, I am going to go over to the VIP lounge. I'm just gonna warm up my hands after a long day at the arena. Oh, that's alright, it's alright. I'm still here. Whew, this is insane right now. Let's do it. Take a look at the city. Yeah, dude, it looks insane. The city looks wild. Wow, this is insane. FNCS is going crazy right now for NA East. Look at this. Take a look at this. Look at this. Wow, the city is insane. It looks insane. The city looks insane. It is insane. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, the city looks insane. The FNCS city looks insane. Looks like there's nobody doing any box fights. But, I will be watching FNCS. Here we go.
They really don't have to do anything because the teams that are actually in striking distance of Peterbot and Bila, they aren't finding the games when Peterbot and Bila go down as well, right? So we're kind of seeing this like mid
Alright, hold on. Let me just... Oh, forgot. I need to get a snack.
However,
Oh no, I only got 10 seconds to do it. Let's just get a snack from here. Yeah. Oh wow, the ecosystems look insane. Wow. Looks super cool. It looks insane. Alright. Here we go, guys.
The fourth quarter now. It all happens here. 3 games left to play, and then we'll crown our champions here on FNCS NAE. Who's it going to be? Continue to let us know the conversation online who you think is going all the way. It is over again to Monster, to Sundown. We're diving straight back in. Here we go. It's time for more. Let's do it.
Here we go now. Game number 10 out of 12. Only 2 more games to go. This game, the next game, and the game after, you can just say 3 games. Just 3 left.
The 3-horse race, so all of a sudden the French Canadians, they put themselves in there, and now we got 4 people over 200 points.
Yeah, definitely.
Here we go.
Catch up now. And, you know, Vivid and SBG broke it down best. You have to take advantage if you want to catch up to our #1 teams. But since that hasn't happened, we have had some of the most interesting second to about top 20 that we've ever seen. So as we start hopping on to game number 10 here, this is where...
Here we go, game number 10 out of 12. Who's going to end this game? Who's going to do it?
I think one of the most interesting things to see as we do have a north to south bus pass, so keep an eye on what happens in Sleepy Sound here. When we look at the leaderboard and we look at the deltas on the left-hand side where it shows how people are changing, the top 3, they've just had a line next to it all day, where it's just like, hey, this is the spot you've been in. Everyone else has had like +9.
Here's Clarity getting a tag off of one person. Clarity and Slacks. Clarity gets a tag off of one person. They are around 134 points. Going through the window. Nice strat.
Had an exceptional day 1, kicked off a little slow, slipped back, but then jumped right back into that conversation, netting themselves on into that top 10, now holding a top 7 spot currently as we enter into this game right now. For Pamsu and Fats, we know that they have this very odd drop spot that they've managed to work out here. Honestly, playing with very little, so man, if you want to learn how to play off a scrappy drop, this is the team you need to watch right here.
I absolutely love this split. It's one of my favorite ones on the outside of the map, again, as somebody who plays very much to not fight people, because honestly, every single person in Arena is just infinitely better than me at this point now. I mean, you're able to make it work then, especially when you can hit those shots and you can pressure. As they have seen, they're able to get the ball rolling. But speaking of getting the ball rolling, Brocade and Joji, they find a pair right away.
That's what's Glace. That's a big one. Remember, Glace was just here not too long ago, so Brocade and Joji look inwards and get shots from way off in the distance. So that's actually a huge setback for Trash.
Well, that's that north to south bus pass that we talk about, how we haven't necessarily had a ton of them, but it impacts these teams and what you're able to do. And a nice little loot pick up there from Trashy.
Yeah, Trashy gets to get his teammate's card, gets to secure the loot before Taco and Golden decide they want it. On over to the other side, though, this fight over at the Coney Crossroads has been extended once again here. Tabney and Death. Last game we're in 25th place, now on up into that 19th.
Yeah, it looks like some teams from the bottom actually raised up to like the top 20 or something, or top 19. I don't know. A lot of teams have done that already.
You know what's really cool about this team is that they've really earned
Alrighty, here we go.
I think after today, they're gonna earn
Oh, here we go. Timothy! at 7 HP, and Tebby goes down. Elite gets an elimination, I'm pretty sure. Or does he? I don't know if he does. He does not get that elimination. He is super low. Down goes up, and Elite 2v1s for his teammate. 2v1s for his teammate. GG's. Nice job. 2v1s.
And generally they say you can always depend on death and taxes, but might as well change it to death and Tabney as they're able to just take them down. We're going to swing on over. Phase wall taker 33 cold. Trying to find a little bit of room here outside the fortress. Notice how they aren't landing anywhere near the actual POI. They loot out and then move back in or take some peeks, but we actually saw Byla get their train rolling a little bit more. They got the confirmation there on the glaze.
More tags are very important, but we all know, like SPG
Now remember, game number 10 out of 12.
Says, you need about 500 or so.
Here's Twitter's team.
That is just going to be an early game elimination more often than not. Early game Elans, players
Getting killed off spawn already twice. Already. I think not off spawn, but you know, he got killed twice when he wasn't supposed to. And could he be continuing this? I do not know.
That is right. So he finished a down body.
And here's seen Booga's team.
Definitely less than 100. So
now remember, actually, Booga is actually wearing a default for some reason.
Look forward to, be happy about, especially if you got the Siphon material as well.
He's using that new Chapter 2 Season 1 default skin, actually.
Their train still left the station way before everyone else.
Long ago.
And with only 3 games left, they can start to kind of look at that maybe 60-point lead and be like, hey, one more good game puts this almost out of touching distance for everyone else.
Not almost. I think it does.
I mean, we've seen 60-plus point games, right? So theoretically, there's a chance. Are you saying there's a chance? Well, yes, but just as much as where that saying comes from.
Exactly. There's a chance. We'll see how it works out. What FNCS finals we have had unfold for us. Exciting things on the horizon to look forward to as well. What a time to be alive. But let's take a look at Blake here and Lawrence, who have been at the Condo Canyon. No easy drop spot for them, but notice today
they are top 11 right now for Ghost Blake. He is right now in top 11. There he is.
Not worth it yesterday, right? Where they were well within that top 3, top 5 conversation. 2 games later, they fell. They pretty much got stopped dead in their tracks because you had that NRG duo, Clicks, Day, rotating south saying, hey, we want a piece of this fight. And that was the difference.
There's Polarized already getting eliminated. Polarized getting eliminated. Muzz and Avery on the opposite sides. Nico
on the wall, getting the spray down. Nico making sure he tops himself off with the splash because he knows this is going to be a tough 1v2 to win out. But with the way he's been playing, you can already see extending the space, giving himself some more options, trying to not get trapped. But you got lurkers all over the place. Av is looking down. Scared Walkers are trying to get a piece of the pie over here, saying, this apple tastes good. What can we get? Some harpoon coming out, going to get the wall replaced. Maybe look to even try and pull Nico out, but Nico says, put that away. Get a real weapon out and fight.
Our team, of course, starting to slide in, though. They're looking in. That Walkers and Scarebird duo there, like you mentioned, they started the day off 7th place. They fall into 25th, but it shows you how much room there is for them to jump back in here. We still have a couple of games in front of us, so there's a lot of opportunity, but it also allows us to understand that the points are close.
And I know if you're watching at home, we've been focusing a ton on the top of the table because this is the finals. At the end of the day, whoever is in first place, 130K, Acts of Champions 2.0, all the impressions, the clout that comes with it. But if you're not in that top 3, because we picked up so many of the points, there's so much room for dramatics. There's so much room for placements to change, for money to be made, and that's why every single one of these fights that happens is so significant.
Yeah, definitely, and let's not just forget all the other prizing that everyone else wants to take a stab at. And then, of course, I keep calling them the new era, the new wave of players that are here, but we have to talk about them as well. We know season to season, where you place allows you to possibly level up, try new duos, earn respect in the space, which can make the difference.
Yeah, you got to get your name out there. And don't forget, you talk about the new era, but the new era, the names who we haven't seen before. NA East is the most veteran region when it comes to this finals. And what I mean by that is the duos who are playing in here combined have like, I think it was like 475 finals appearances between all of them, which is a bonkers, absolutely bonkers number. But we're still seeing the ones who are a little bit newer end up
And
picking up the
Peterbot.
pace. Peterbot got a knock on the
Peterbot got a knock, actually. And Twitter. That is definitely. That is 3 points that they definitely need right now.
Yeah, because the first one
was not. Yeah, true that. But it's still going to translate well on the scoring there as they get the full finish. So 3 more points for them, slowly but surely.
Good thing that they got that 3 points. But Clicks and Day are still in. Sneaky play.
Is the NRG duo here willing to wait for this one? It does seem like forever. Threats and Rise are waiting it out too, though. They're not looking to play their hand too soon.
It's such an interesting.
And here's our first place team landing at the Collider, getting pushed by the storm. They need to move quick.
But it seems like that patience almost goes right out the window as soon as they commit to the fight. And if they can get a little bit more of a balance, I'd expect them to have a more complete game plan. However, when it all goes right, it goes very right. But we're going to hop back on board because Peterbot and Bila, they got something going for what feels like the first time in a while.
Yeah, here we have finally now a good start for Bila and Peterbot. I like what they did here, though. They stood their ground. They stood at the Collider, almost like their past game.
And they're potentially looking to catch some of the teams who rotate out from that northwest corner because they know they like to go late. But we did see the zone revealed on the left-hand side. One thing about this zone in particular we've talked about, when the zone pulls south like this, the hoodoos or those large rocks that are smaller at the bottom in the desert, fun little vocab word.
Here we go. Clicks and Day are in a battle right now. They came out of stealth mode. Day pushing into the box.
So all the teams on the northern part of the zone, if you're rotating late, good luck.
Yeah, definitely good luck. And
that's a lot of the lobby.
Threats and Rise right now who seem to have gotten punished here as the NRG boys swing the fight way around here. But you have a team now sneaking up. They see the Bills. They see they're fresh. They're looking in. They're curious. Hey, what's going on over here? Can we get involved? Can we find a chance to open up? Remember, fresh builds are going to attract the sharks in the water. These sharks are hungry in these finals lobbies here. No big tags, nothing substantial being traded just yet.
And again, we've talked about how the veterans have come through, but we've also seen 7 different players pick up their first victory royale in the finals here with Pamsto and Patch. They've been around forever. It's the first time they've won a game coming through, but right now we got Clicks and Day, Rise and Threats, and we still have another team trying to come right over the top. That's Blake and Lawrence, as we see Shawnee get a knock onto Spade there. Don't forget, Spade and Trimp, they were second to last FNCS. No slouches themselves, but Shawnee and Polo, the newcomers, say make a little bit of room.
Make
Rise
some room, give us space
now.
As they continue to pop
Ghost Blake getting into a battle with Clicks and Day.
Very well. They try to take advantage with the sneak attack
And Limit
there,
Lawrence pushing out plus Blake, and oh, looks like they are getting. Oh, here we go.
Shots trade back and forth. Nothing good comes from it. And Blake calls for the disengage. Let's back up here. Give us some room. Let's wait this one out. We need to get to the zone.
And this is another prime example of what I talked about with Peterbot last time, with how they're rotating around and they're using the natural.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Brilliant shots from Blake.
Brilliant shots from
Yeah, shield broken. We're good on Surge now, as that puts them pretty much 103 above. They were under, straight up with that.
That's actually huge right there.
Definitely gives them Storm Surge points, so they're all good for Storm Surge. Demonics now getting an elimination in the chat. Here's Mistu.
Or not safe either. 3 damage below. They have a team that is trying to rotate and actually in a box fight between one another. These are fresh builds, but not putting that extra pressure. This could backfire if they don't take advantage of the fight.
But they are one of the few teams who's actually in the safe zone right now. So the zone will need to full close before Surge turns on, and they're going to have plenty of shots as they're on that northeast part. So like I said, everyone who's on the north going to have a hard time rotating. As we see, Polo and Shonyi keeping it going. They end up finding yet another one. Jamper gets a knock on the Pledge. However, Haji turns the script a little bit on the Capalot duo there, with Shonyi being taken down. But now Pamstu trying to find some shots here, but building with hard metal right off the start, if you're not able to continually keep the pressure, and in particular, the striker burst really isn't that strong against metal builds.
Yeah, definitely starts to fizzle out once that HP pool
Oh
starts to
no,
heal
now
up.
needs to
That
damage
can
people
have,
quick or else they're
however,
going to be
found a
below on
couple
Storm
tags enough to
Surge.
get them above the surge. For now, these opportunities that are presenting themselves, you cannot miss those shots, and they know that. Whoa,
Gets
nice
them
job there to find a
31.
couple extra. So at
Couple
least it starts
extra.
to add up. Meanwhile, Jeff and
Here's
Oliver OG
Jeff
in a
and
battle
Oliver
against TK.
in a battle against TK.
Looking good.
Oh,
In the feed,
it looks...
though, Blake goes down.
Blake goes down. Bucky goes down. Nexi goes down. Nico goes down. Nexi goes down. Man, wow, a lot of those good players just went down. Polarize went down. Polarize went down, sorry. Polarize going down. Cam going down. Narwhal going down. Blake getting finished.
Great reset on the edit there. He's going to start to back up. But the shots have
Jeff
connected
now
over in this
getting
game.
pressured by Storm Surge. Wow. And Click's getting an elimination. Click's getting an elimination. Good job from Clicks. Clicks gets an elimination.
On the opposite side, you have Playify trying to just disengage TK. Also trying to sweep around the side. They recognize that this duo is underneath the Surge, and as soon as they get the tag, they're going to back up saying, we're good, we'll let Surge finish you off. You can burn through your resources because we know as long as you fight defensively, that's going to be points.
And here we go. Creo goes down. Creo goes down. Oliver goes down. Jeff getting pressured by Storm Surge. Wow, this is insane right now. And now, Jeff getting damaged by Storm Surge.
As that team did not pause to heal, so plenty being rewarded from that battle. Meanwhile, Sphinx and DeQuinton in the distance are also in the surge.
And down goes Jeff. Down goes Jeff by TK. By TK, I should say. I don't know. And Slacks, finally, Slacks and Clarity are still in here. Thatch has 199 points.
Trying to push just above that 200-point mark, sitting at 199.
Now remember, Boga and Miro are in the zone right now. I am pretty sure they are. This is not going to be a nightmare zone, which is good.
In order for the surge to turn off, but if that one finds a couple tags, I think Thatch and Pam are the next up to start getting targeted by a surge. They are a little too close to that border there. Now,
and here's Peterbot's team.
The pockets of players starting to really
293 points.
Viola, they have gotten here early. 2 Elans already are going to set them up for success here. Launchpad in the inventory again. Fighting for it at the Collider has been the difference these last 2 games.
And Surge has turned off. We have 70 players.
294 points, sorry, from Peterbot's team.
Solo is up right now. Everybody has a buddy, so no riders coming through. And right now we're going to kick it on over to SBG. Show us what you got.
And here we go.
Replay.
Replay.
Peterbot and Byler were over Surge for the first time in a while. They're not worried about it. So were all of our top 3 teams. Booga, Miro.
And Booga and Miro were here.
In a really good position, and that's why we didn't have to worry about them in this Surge.
Ah, yeah. That's why we didn't have to worry about them. And here's Booga's team, 216 points. They need around 90 points maybe, or 80, maybe 70 points to get first place right now. That means they need to pop off in these next 3 games that they have, including this game. And it looks like they're on the other side. They are in Butterbun right now. They need to push into the zone if they want to do good. They are right now in 3rd place still, right under. Oh, here we go.
I mean, you say today's show.
Yeah, honestly, right in the heels. 223 points from 2nd place right now.
After winning game 1 yesterday, they were still in 3rd place as we see facts saying, Sundown, what do you mean we can't get Elam? Shonyi goes down, hide and seek finds
Polo goes
well,
down. Hide and seek finds Polo. Hide and seek gets killed.
So does Net, so they're down and out after again fighting their way into the top 10. they get taken out here. So it's a bit of a very rocky.
That was a replay. And here we go, Fatch!
How it all unfolded. It's because of the momentum push.
And Fatch, so see on the replay, Fatch getting an elimination.
Forcing that engagement to happen with
203 points from Fatch's
They
team.
didn't, however, get all the loot, but they got some of it.
They're in 4th place right now, around 16 points away from 3rd, and 3rd is around 16 points away from 2nd, and 2nd it is around 60 points or 50 points away from 1st. 1st is really taking this game like it's seriously. Weird terrain to be playing on. This is a very weird terrain to be playing on in the finals. Jamper now, one of the commentators' predictions, getting lasered. Agers, King still in here, 175 points for that team. And here we go, Walker's team getting an elimination. That's good.
They're on the opposite side. They can creep their way up. That's Adam. That's his pick.
They are below Storm Surge. They need to get above Storm Surge. They are 30 up. They are getting more. Storm Surge will be affecting them very soon.
What you do and open it up as we see Scare finally getting their day 2 rolling as Duke and Jamper go down.
Now Kanata has
and Miro. Here we go. Booga and Miro. Miro and Booga found some eliminations. Has 223 points. They are in 3rd place right now. They need to get into the zone, and they do.
Because of the amount of chip they get, and we're
they are in.
What those elims were.
That was, and here's the replay. Those were the eliminations. Wow. Clicks! Miro takes down, oh my god, for like the 2nd or 3rd time ever. Booga's team actually takes down Clicks' team mid-FNCS. Wow, nice job from Booga's team from eliminating Clicks' team. Wow, that should be a highlight, man. That should be a highlight.
That is exactly why I talked about the priority.
And 4th place is gone. 4th place is bye-bye. No more 4th place. Here we go. Only 2nd, 1st, and 3rd place are only available in the top 4.
Don't have a 5th zone Storm Surge. We're at 50 players. We're at 25 duos.
Dejin now, 166 points.
We'll have 2 more games after this. But right now the question
2 more games after this, right? 2 more games. Gets that high launch pad, and they are going to be going Macwood. Macwood.
Definitely a possibility. And just like that, with every team that falls,
Macwood gets an elimination. Macwood gets an elimination.
If you're inside that top 10, you have to dig deep. If you're cold and scented, most importantly here, you have to pop off. These are your chances.
They need to pop off because they are behind their heels right now. They are on their heels. Slacks goes down by Rise.
Placement points are not going to be enough when you have that #1 team.
Here we go, the zone closing in 3 more seconds. Here we go.
Not enough aggression from the other
side. And they are pushing from the other side. Here we go. Oh. Oh, and down goes 1 from Walker's team. Bizzle gets 33 cold, takes down Bizzle.
Priority on the zone. Granted, they are on low gun, and it's going to be a little bit of a tough maneuver around it, but everyone has to.
That's our 2nd place team. Booga and Miro need to get this win to be in 2nd. And Macwood's team. Macwood and Donny are still in. Avery and Muzz are on high ground. Mega goes down. FaZe Mega goes down. But Dubs is still in for the clutch. Dubs clutch.
That can definitely happen. This is why you cannot count out players that are inside the top 3. Peterbot.
Here we go. Peterbot. Macwood gets an elimination. Booga and Miro are still in. Tarping over. Wow, this is insane right now. Booga and Miro are absolutely chilling.
#1 Booga went down and he picked up basically every possible.
And our 1st place people are still in.
As Kanata ends up taking down
Macwood.
He's going to find that one. and that is massive.
Here we go. And Cold is all alone with 241 points. 241 points. Cold getting sprayed all alone. Peterbot still in. And if he can just find a little bit of space to get in, Peterbot's team and Cold may go down together. Instead, Cold finds eliminations. He finds an elimination. More points for the second place team.
How good he is, how mechanically skilled this player is, the way that he managed to escape that play.
Peterbot goes down. Peterbot goes down. Booga and Miro are still in. Only 16, 14, 13 builds to spare. 11 builds to spare. Down goes Cold's team.
All my eyes are on the lower part of the screen. Booga and Miro there, but Avery must have
Booga and Miro there, still in there. Muzz's team still in. Muzz the OCE Magic. The OCE Wizard, Muzz getting sprayed, but Booga and Miro looks like they're still in. Macwood gets an elimination, Miro gets an elimination, Tony gets knocked.
Their competition is down. Their competition is out.
And Miro gets an elimination. And Macwood knocks one. Macwood knocks one. Miro goes down. Miro goes down. Seed Booga still in. 8 HP. 258 points. And wait! Booga's team is in second place right now. Booga's team was in second place right now. Acorn's team still in 5th place. They're in 5th place right now. Acorn and Edgy are still in 5th place.
They do it well.
King's team is at the very top. Peterbot's team is down, I'm pretty sure. Down goes Peterbot's team. I'm pretty sure Macwood's team, I think, is still in. Oh, man! Finds Melito. Acorn, still in. They're into the top 4. Top 3.
Basically, this is why
Here we go.
Now Walker's is down, so
212 points from Acorn's and Edgy's team. This is insane right now. King's team. 2v2. It is top 2 right now. It is a 2v2. Here we go. Kanata jumps down. He's willing to risk it all for the cookie. King gets in. And King gets a knock. And he's so quick he can't even see him. Victory Royale to the veteran King.
With 2 games left, a little bit of stall on that front train. They ran off the tracks trying to
King getting that elimination at the end, securing his team of Ager's team. Ager getting an elimination. They are top 4 right now. Just so you know, they are top 4 on the leaderboard. They're in 4th place on the leaderboard. And they got the victory royale on game number 10. GG's to Ager's team from getting that victory royale on game number 10. They got that grand victory royale on game number 10 from that team. Congrats to Ager's team from getting the victory royale on game number 10 of NA East of the Champion Series Finals. Wow, this is so crazy right now. Booga and Miro are in second place. Just, I think, around 40 points, maybe even 30 points away from first. If they pop off, if first place team goes down early, we might see Booga and Miro getting there, not first, not twice, but their 3rd FNCS win in a row, in a singular row. So back to back to back. Like, this is insane right now. This is insane. I'm losing my voice from even talking to this. This is like one of the biggest stuff I've ever been in. Ah, man.
Pressure's up there. And then Ager's on the side, building up while Kanata is applying that pressure. Just a well-done high ground take, but Kanata What are you doing? 8 eliminations in game 10.
8 eliminations. See, there's Ager. There's Ager from getting that victory. Ager's team getting the victory. Seeing Booga wipes out Macwood. So there's Macwood. Macwood knocks out. There's Miro. Booga goes down. Sadly, Booga does go down. I think in top 4 or top 5. I do not know. He does go down. But he is in second place right now. Booga and Miro, second place. Peterbot and Twitter are still in first place. But GG's, man. That was insane.
Look, it's no fluke that Canada has been consistently in FNCS finals time and time again. You know, this is why he's here, and this is why he is entertaining all of us right now. And as we said, it's going to be very interesting looking at the scores. Let's look at Cold's duo as well for a second here. Now, obviously, we've seen a second position for a long period of time here. Take a look at the game here, and we can see that it's been interesting. You know, Cold and Walltaker, eliminations again here, Vivid, and managing to put themselves on the leaderboard. Bizzle and Diogo there head-to-head. Interesting stuff.
I mean, this was just so clean to find Bizzle and Diego, and then quickly after, Sun mentioned it, phase on phase crime, finding Mega and Dubs going in this endgame with 5 eliminations. However, I do believe they ended up going down shortly after, which gave Booga and Mira a little bit of room to run with.
Yeah, we see Sentage or Walltaker trying to go for a high ground play. That's almost unheard of, but he started to do it. Now understanding the versatility, maybe he's taking some notes out of Pam and Fatch's playbook. Understand you got to play all the layers and look for plays, but look at the leaderboard. We actually had a change in our top 3.
Yup, we did.
Cold and Scented.
Look at this leaderboard right now, and this is obviously the first team to surpass 300 points. Peterbot and Violet at the top, they're 303, but they haven't really, the last few games, it hasn't really changed
303,
much for them.
50 points away. Just around 50 points away from first place.
This gap looks huge, right? But compared to what it was before, it has definitely changed. And honestly, I keep looking at the elims for Peterbot and Violet. The reason they were doing so well on the leaderboard was that they had 41 eliminations. I believe it was after like game 1 today. Over the last 3, I think they've only gotten 2 eliminations. And with 2 games left to play and this gap closing after every single game, they got to be a little worried.
They have to be a little worried, but you know who's not worried? Everyone in our top 10. Like, this is a who's who of Fortnite in NA East. Just look at every name. If we had to predict, which we did, they're all right here. Like, that is phenomenal.
We didn't do bad. We didn't do bad, did we? I mean, the thing is as well, look at this. Quanti and Lars, we talked about these guys yesterday, obviously going up against Cold and Walltaker as well on that POI. Switched up decisions there, but Crypto 14 places now. 14 places, particularly in prize pool money. Forget bragging rights aside here. Incredible stuff now creeping to the top 10. But Miro and Booga move up 1 place into second position right now. The reigning FNCS champions, Vivid, are right there. This is exciting stuff because there's only about 45 points in this now. Is it possible, boys? Is this possible now?
It's very possible. And honestly, Miro right here, absolutely phenomenal play. We saw in 7 zone right there. When we tuned in right there, Miro had 9 builds. He goes into the zone, just finds like 2 eliminations out of nowhere and gets like 100 builds out of nowhere. And then he calls Booga. He's like, hey, come down to the low ground. We have it.
And Booga does go down there. 1 more minute until game number 11 out of 12 kicks off.
Time, and it's starting to become within striking distance. If they have 1 solid victory royale with let's call it 8 elims, and Peterbot and Violet go down, everything is up for grabs, and we got 2 games left, right?
And that's the thing, right? Like, there are still 2 games left to play. I have no idea what's going to happen. Anything can happen, especially in that top 5, top 10. I cannot wait to see what these teams have for us.
Indeed, you know, as well, you're backstage, us 3, you know, we know the guys as well, we're all absolutely buzzing for this because you want to have a close final, right? You want it to be close because it's entertaining for everybody.
Oh yeah, as a fan of Fortnite, seeing this go back to back and just seeing all these teams make their shot, throw their punches, try and get in those top spots, that's what you love about this game.
10 more seconds until the next game kicks off.
To the players for putting on another amazing show. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Of the penultimate game we're going into now. What will happen in the final chapter of FNCS Chapter 3 Season 2? We'll have to find out. It's all to play for. Let's head over to the casters and let's see exactly how that one goes.
Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. Finals game number 11 is kicking off.
Gentlemen, and if the NA East Finals had been a novel, it looked like we were heading to that climax point where Peterbot and Byla were going to have the resolution, be the protagonist, be the hero, and we'd slide into the denouement. But all of a sudden, everyone has risen up and saying, "Nuh-uh, I'm the main character today."
They're getting into the conversation. They're injecting themselves into this storyline that's unfolding, and we are quite literally seeing what is the impossible possible. Our #1 team, Peterbot and Byla, have had a struggle of the last 3 games, but they have built such a strong lead that they are still holding on to dear life, but it's only becoming closer and closer now. Here comes the bus split from the west to the east side. Another different change of pace here for the players.
Yeah, not necessarily one that we have seen before, as we will end up being slightly
Here we go. The battle bus is going from west to east.
Specifically,
here's Dejan's team.
One of those striker bursts. They could put shots down, but unfortunately, Ranger going over into the hands of Degen, and no shots going to be coming out here. As we'll see, the scan will come out. They're looking for the information, trying to figure out where the play is, as they're currently sitting in 7th place. If you're just joining us, we got 2 games left in what had been a runaway train, a horse all the way out in the front, whatever metaphor, allegory you want to use. Well, that's changed very quickly.
Yep, it definitely has. 50 points now separate #1 in that conversation as well. That means, you know,
oh, here we go. Fabled getting absolutely lasered. Down goes Fabled. Trashy to clutch. He does.
Here at this drop right now, this time around,
Trashy clutches up
they get their
for his teammate.
Points and a chance to continue to play this out.
Yeah, but again, Rokin and Joji just throwing shots over from the side, and you can see that damage coming through. They want to at least get the tags down, but they recognize the fact that, hey, if you can catch somebody out in the open early, they don't have the builds, and in fact, Trashy only has 1, and he has to stick the revive. If he pulls off the revive, Glace will tick his HP out. He has to sit here. He cannot pull off of him, which means if DeQuentin gets a line, if Rokin and Joji can see this happening, they'll take him out, but no, Glace back up on his feet, and that is so huge, despite it just being a tiny, minute little thing.
Yeah, you do not want to go down, especially this early. It sets you off by so many different things. You have to figure out how to get the save off safely, how to get your loot back in. It's
and here's Peterbot's team.
It's like, dude, we're set back. We're starting off at a huge negative. Think of it that way. Peterbot and Byla on the other side. Mythic, again, this mythic pickup, the mythic AR is so important. It's crucial to Peterbot's success. It does more damage than any of the other burst options.
And you see Peterbot is still in first with total elims at 30. And we talked about that. Last time we saw that stat, it was 28, and that was like 3 games ago after game #1, as Vivid pointed out here. So there's still daylight, right? And we've talked about, oh, they haven't been as consistent as they were, but they're still getting the first round of placement points. They're still finding at least a elim. And again, with only 2 games left, they're playing tournament management mode. They're not playing to blow the top off. They're not trying to hit that match point for the 475 and the 3 wins. They know if they can put up a 15, a 20-point game here, it's over.
It's wraps, and they have 2 chances to do it. And it also shows us they're just human. Guys,
and remember, FaZe, FaZe Walker's team now is in 3rd place. Sorry, is in 3rd place right now.
Amount of 89 points this last season. So we have quite literally been here in some metaphorical way before, but this time it's new teams up at the top, and that means the last time we were here, Miro and Booga were in that conversation.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's some new teams up at the top, but again, Kanata and Agers basically don't let themselves be outside of that top 10 conversation. Kanata continuing that run, continuing that streak, and Booga and Miro, they're looking to keep putting another title on the board, and it is not out of reach yet. Like we said, Peterbot and Byla, they basically picked up the trophy, and they're on their tiptoes trying to put it up on the shelf, but there was a little bit of a stumble. They couldn't quite reach just yet. They're going over, and they're trying to pick up that step stool to give them that one little boost they need to bring home the prize.
That's right. Mom and Dad are not here to lift you up, son. You got to do this one on your own. So we'll see if they can pick that trophy up. We're getting closer and closer now, guys. These are the final moments, the final games of NA East. The Suskrit, man, representing that back bling. We love to see it.
I was just about to say, man, that back bling looks good. Got to give a shout out again, all my coworkers over at Epic. Whether it is that new FNCS, the Championship Striker outfit, the back bling, the Axe of Champions 2.0, man, it looks good, but you can see back in the action right now.
It does, yeah, guys. Also, guys, that was actually sick. He mentioned my back bling right now. Take a look at my back bling right now. It looks cool. It looks sick. Take a look. I'll take a full 360. Take a look at this. Look at this. My back bling looks insane. It looks cool. It looks insane. Yeah. Pick up this back bling. It's in the item shop until April 30th. So get it soon, guys. Get it soon. This back bling is exclusive. Get it soon. It is a really good back bling to own. And anyways, guys, please purchase this back bling. It is insane. Anyways, clicks. Sorry, I gotta get down quick. Here we go. Alright, anyways, clicks. Day goes down. Clicks is still in. Jeff is still in. Oliver's still in. Clicks is still in. He looks like he's dipping here. Oh, here we go. No, Jeff is pushing Clicks. Oh, here we go. Clicks gets cracked. This could be it.
Being hounded, trying to fight a defensive fight when he's been the aggressor the entire time, and Jeff and Oliver are looking to punish.
The really cool part about this as well is both of these teams have had somewhat of the same pacing tournament over the last 2 days.
Here we go. Could Clicks clutch up? Could he? And Clicks, very low HP. Getting pressured.
You love to root for, because who doesn't want to see players like Jeff and Oliver OG continue to just make strides?
Here we go.
They're going against one of the
Jeff gets cracked a little bit.
Puts up a huge shot right there. This is going to punish Jeff. It's going to make him rethink that peak. And where's his teammate? Why is he by himself?
And you see, oh, there's an elimination on Oliver. I'd assume Oliver maybe have been able to already pick up Day on the opposite side, and they just took the fight 2 clicks in Day before they could end up getting ambushed, which, hey, sometimes they say the best defense is a good offense, and it seems like these guys have had enough of being snuck up on, but right now,
and here we go, Clicks,
trying to dodge,
hitting the edit course,
dive, and then maybe find some eliminations, find some points, but this is a very
and down goes Clicks.
Unfortunately, not going to be able to slip out that back door.
Down goes NRG Clicks on game number 11. Here's Peterbot's team.
All of a sudden, a big 6-point swing there. Nice little pickup for them as they continue to march on here in the game. Peterbot and Bila, however, once again, when we saw them in this spot, it didn't look too hot. They got here a little too early before. They tried to play this out 2 games ago, and it was Glace and Trashy who really gave them a problem, sort of slowed them down. Already it's looking like it's cost them a fair bit. There's an inventory slot open in Bila's inventory, and it should not be like that, especially since they come out of such a powerful drop spot.
Here's Booga and Miro. 258 points.
In any of the games today, hadn't played a
they need to kill that first place
However, the difference for what they've gotten today hasn't necessarily been what they want. We've talked about how it wasn't the same performance we saw, whether it was in qualifier 1, where they came through in first place, or in day number 1 here in the finals. However, as much as we've talked about that,
around 47 more points that they need to average this game or next game. Remember, next game might be around 60 or 50. They need to average around 60 points in the next 2 games. Could they do that? We do not know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, listen, we're excited to see what is going to happen from here. But can you imagine the families of these players, the org owners, everyone that supports them, the fans at home? They're like, come on, you can do it, just one more game. But it has been so difficult. And you know what? Every good story has a difficult background attached to it, so we'll see. Meanwhile, Cold goes down. Huge knock from Walkers.
Cold goes down. Cold goes down. Mega goes down as well. Mega goes down as well. Cold goes down. Cold goes down to get the smaller zone, and there it is.
In the storm there. We'll check in with that. Meanwhile, Pamzo and Thatch also not looking too hot right now.
Dubs knocks one person. Cold is eliminated. Here's Walker's team. Walltaker is solo. There, down goes Dubs. Down goes Dubs.
want to give
Walker,
up
if
a
Walker
single
gets
audio
eliminated,
because Scare
he
and
either
Walker
could go down to
know
fourth or
he's
stay
around
at
somewhere.
third,
We saw this
and he could be
yesterday,
staying at
right, in the
third
final game in game
for
number
the,
6.
if he gets
But the
eliminated
shoe
here, this could
on
be it
the other
for,
foot, where
this could be it.
Hung
This
out
could be it for him.
forever in the zone, had a ton of heals,
But
he
remember,
got the
he's
vehicle
all by
off on
himself.
Wall
He's
Taker,
probably going
and
to
it
take
was
this
the
rocket
first time we've
thingamajiggy
seen a
to
team
get
in
out
NA's
of the zone.
reboot and then get the W. And if you could ever use a repeat of
And
that
they
performance,
will
it is
be
right now.
rebooting,
And
though.
I mean,
They
luckily
will
for
be
him, he doesn't
rebooting
have to
in
wait
the storm,
near as long as they saw yesterday.
which
You
is
say
really
history
good.
repeats itself. Let's see if the Wall Taker and the Cold can do it here in this game. This is
They
game
are going to be
number
pulling off that
11. So
reboot. They
another
are going to be
chance.
pulling off that
If there's a
reboot.
team that can do it, it's them. They've been so consistent. They've really managed to continue to play well. There was 2 opportunities, though, that they could have just rocketed their way up and closed that gap. But, hey, we're here. We're now. The past is the past. Let's hop into Kanata and Aegis right now.
This is the
before trying to
4th
set
place
themselves up
team
with the
right
third
now.
tag.
King
A lot of
and
damage being taken
Aegis.
here. Not really what you tend to see from this duo. And you know what? I think they completely abandoned the vehicle strategy. I think they said, you know what? Forget the vehicle. That was holding us back. We're just going to go on foot. Let's just play this out. We need to take trades, right? We need to literally fight.
So when everyone had a vehicle on the map, it was fine because everyone's driving around. They're not going to be throwing shots. The second all of the other ones are removed, what is everyone else doing? They're getting up onto a natural high ground. They're investing a decent amount of their stone because it's pretty easy to then go and reform, and then they're throwing shots down. And if
Polarized
you see a car
goes down.
driving by,
Down goes
you best
Polarized.
believe you're shooting the tires, you're shooting the windshield, you're shooting the players in it because you're not letting that move to the next zone. As right now, great shots from Edgy.
And think about that. That just sets you back, right? It will set you off. It'll honestly give you a disadvantage to try to fight back and defend yourself. As Edgy and Acorn right now are doing a great job defending themselves, holding other players down who are just in that low ground area. And this is just in a beautiful spot for the zone to land on top of them. They have the mountain, which is safely harboring them. You know,
And down, wait, hold on. Miro's down. Hold on.
Trouble here is he has to save Miro. They are 197 damage below the surge. You have
Hold
teams
on.
poised up in general
They
areas.
are
The
below
wall
the
being
storm
shot here, that
surge,
could have
but
been the result
remember.
of a huge sniper shot. I don't know
Oh
how else they
man,
would have
I don't know
fallen
how
back
this
quickly, and now you
happened,
have this team
but Miro
pounding
is
their way on
knocked.
in. That could be great.
Booga
That could
does
be
get
Void. That could be
the
Essa. There's so many
does
good
get
teams
the
right
res
now.
off.
That is
Back
huge,
out
particularly
good
because if you
good
look
amount
above
of
the map on your
HP.
right-hand side, they're 226 below.
They are
posted up trying to
226
find these
below.
shots, and when you peek a
They
little bit too
need to
much,
find
if that was a
shots
sniper bullet or
to
even
do
just
it.
a
They are
coordinated
pushing
3-2-1
this
from somebody
team.
else, it's put them in
Wow!
this position.
Oh
They
my
don't have to
gosh!
push the rifle.
They are
Wall to
pushing
wall.
this
This
team
could
like
be
it was
their target right
nothing.
here, right now, fighting against Cobalt and Smash.
Let's keep in mind, Cobalt is
Wow! Wow! They are pushing this team like they are nothing in a dust. Oh! Booga gets cracked! Booga gets cracked!
Lovely to see them put that pressure down. But
Miro
no
still
trades
there to
coming
defend
from the
him.
process. They are
Remember,
so
if this
200
team
below.
gets
They haven't
eliminated,
actually made
they're
a
going to
move
head
yet.
down to maybe
They have
either
30
third
seconds here.
or
They
even
can play for it.
fourth. They need to be careful. They need to be careful.
They've invested so much of their metal.
This
to
might be a
immediately
bad decision that they
great
make or a good
recognition
decision.
for Booga and
Turns
Miro to
out
go
right
to the side where the metal was the least fulfilled, but you're still pushing into metal build, and they get chipped down. 10
Booga
seconds out,
at
they have
low
to use utility to get
HP.
in fighting shape and go.
Miro
This is why you leave
still
Booga to
in
do the
here.
pre-edited wall phase right there. Who try to actually grab those walls. The drum shot.
Booga getting back to a good amount of HP. Booga actually almost died from fall damage.
Actually had to edit his way out that box because he took way too much. Meanwhile,
Here we go, Booga.
shooting in as well. That means
He
they
has a
need
launch
surge.
pad that he
That's
could
what we
use
do
if he
here.
needs
Booga
it.
jumps back on up. It's all or nothing. It's here and now. They have used all their quick heals. They're basically down to the wire now. What is going to happen here? They have one more chance.
They
to
need
finish
a
this
sprint!
and find success. Booga and Miro have to dig deep and do
They
it
need to
now.
dig
That's a
deep
wall kick
in.
here. But don't back
They
up
either
here. You
can
need
back
to do
up-
something. Kaz and Whofish, you want to come on in. They say, hey, this team's solid. We need to change course.
Uh-oh.
They go back
This
towards
could
Kaz
be
and
the
Whofish.
time that they
98
die.
below. They need a couple
Here
more
we
tags.
go.
Come on,
Couple
Booga.
more tags.
Tags.
Booga. He has no shotgun. He has no shotgun.
Tries to go for it.
Booga's
2
dead.
zaps away from
Booga
getting
is
sent back
dead.
to the lobby. It's not enough. No tag there either. Sundown. I'm
Booga
afraid
might
this
be
is
dead
it.
and
Booga.
down
It's all up to
goes.
Miro
It's
here.
all up to
Diving and
Miro.
trying to find it with the drum.
And
Figuring
down
out his key
goes
and his dream, but the dream
Miro.
turns into a nightmare. They get cleaned up, and they are are down. The second place duo, the biggest challengers to Peter Bot and Bila have been dropped. Now Walltaker and
Now,
Colt
if
still
Walltaker's
have an
team
opportunity to push for.
does get
Once the Peter Bot,
eliminated,
they're trying to
oh,
find an angle, but
look at
Walltaker
this.
takes
If
the entirety
Walltaker's
of the
team, we
shield
don't
there.
need to worry
That's
about
Bizzle's the angle
anything.
on the backside, making
If
things difficult
Walltaker's
for them.
team
And
gets
if you're
eliminated, we
Peter
do not
Bot,
need to
if
worry
you're
about anything.
Bila, you're rubbing your hands together
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. You're feeling so good seeing those teams that are on your heels fall so
As long
early.
as
Meanwhile,
Walltaker's
Yakanat as an ager,
team
they do
does
have that
not
vehicle. So
get
that's what we
a
said
lot
before.
of
They're using it, but
kills
they're
or a
playing
lot of
outer edge
eliminations,
zones instead of
Booga's
center
team could be
pieces,
still
and it's
up
working out
there.
well for them. We love to see adjustments day in and day out. Scarebear and Walkers here, though, have to keep finding tags. They're now 230 below. They do have a launch pad, and I'm afraid they're going to have to use it again.
Here's
up on the
33
box.
Cold.
As
Here we
on the
go.
other side, a team just boxes up on Cold. It's not looking good.
They box up on Cold. Cold needs to get out. 250 to continue what he did last time.
I'm happy to just give it to give it over to Peter Bot and Bila, and you can see Colt. He is hounding Edge and Acorn, but he's throwing himself straight.
Oh, he throws himself. He does that trick. Will that cost him?
40 HP, trying to find something, trying to.
It might. And down goes Cold's team.
And third fall.
Fourth and fifth are alive, though, and that means those spots are up for the
Yup,
taking. And
that
guess
means
what?
second and third spots are up for grabs. Fourth and fifth teams are still alive.
Today here on the NA East region.
I mean, we don't want to count the chickens before
Yep, if
they
Peter
hatch,
Bot,
but it looks
Peter
like
Bot's
they're
team are the
starting to
champs,
shake a
because
little
no
bit.
matter
The
what,
little
I mean,
peaks are
it's,
poking through.
I think this
That's
is
what
the
I'm saying.
11th game out of the 12. Remember, Booga's team goes down early.
The steps onto it right now. Joji and Rokane, they're trying to capitalize on the daylight they've been given, though, because again, if Peter Bot and Bila
I just
take
need to
home the
remember
crown, if it looks like they're
253.
completely inseparable. Congratulations to them. There's still tens of thousands of dollars on the line for each position change, so there's still plenty of dramatics to be had in that denouement, in that falling action. As we get there, we see Bizzle and Fatch getting themselves on the board.
And that's right, that's like 50 points from the players that are around 12th or so, which is one good game, which is this game right here, because now the standings are open. Pamsto and Fatch are one of those teams in that conversation here, currently in the 6th, right? Looking around here, not necessarily finding a chance to take the battle to Duke and the other player on the other side of the wall there, but you know what? They have time. Most importantly, they got to play for the zone here. Out comes the rotates right now. Take a look at how many players are up. 61 are alive, so we are surely setting ourselves up for a surge warning.
Yeah, surge warning will turn on here in just 25 seconds. Once that zone begins to close, you can see Thatch and Pamstu trying to find some side, as we will get a replay here, currently sitting on 0 eliminations. Well, let's make this one as Peterbot starts throwing shots over towards the side, and he finds the one headshot he needs to pick up the 3 points. And hey, sometimes everything just falls your way, Monster.
And that's just all you need, right? You got to give them respect here. Peterbot and Bila have just been a walking highlight reel this weekend. Honestly, since things kicked off, let's take it back to week 1, where they popped off and made the performance, made the statement that they're here.
And we talked about yesterday how it's like, wow, they played such an incredible game, but it was nearly identical to their Qualifier 1 performance where, hey, nobody had been qualified through the finals. It was still the top teams in NAE making it there, and they had a slightly better performance there, but now they're doing in the finals. It's enabled them to be in this position where if they can get past this storm surge and get into the cascading placement points.
And they are, oh, never mind. They're damaging some stuff.
Will mean everything to them here and now as they continue to solidify themselves and their legacy, the history that they are writing here today. Pressure coming in from players all about, around them. They're not completely safe here. And you know what? The options, they're important. 13th, 10th, and then 15th off to the side. All players that are really fighting for a good position here at the end of this day.
But looking at the loadout, Peterbot has a cheeky sniper rifle, and we see people just kind of hang their heads out there when they're utilizing the striker burst, being like, hey, nobody's going to end up having a snipe. Why would they carry that? Well, Peterbot is looking for options, trying to create one extra space right now as we're going to swing on over to an 8th place team. But Ianzo stuck between a rock and a hard place, trying to find his way into the zone. He's not going to have to worry about that as half and half out does reveal, and we only have 2 duos to the
Here we
inside.
go now.
What's crazy is Iamzo is so good. He has been so
good.
A lot of the times we've tuned into him, and he has made such great plays to continue to keep his team inside the top 10. Not to take away from DGen, whom of course has participated in the bulk of the points, but Iamzo clutching up here. I mean, you saw the content pieces. You see how he thinks and what he thinks about himself. He truly believes he is number 1, and that is the attitude you need if you want to be up at the top. It's that champion mentality. If you want to look up to players like him, that is the one that I'll pick for sure. Like, you just gotta love it.
And the second you start thinking that the people who you're playing with are better than you, or you're like, wow, this guy's
Oh
pretty good.
no,
there's
getting a
there's
couple
level of
tags off
respect to it, but
people.
Also, when you know you're that good, you got a little bit of swagger to it. And we've seen that with Iamzo, where he pushes things where a normal player would think, no, these guys are way too good. They're going to punish me for that. Iamzo's like, I'm the best. Let's go.
I'm the best. Let's go. Let's bring that firepower to the door. Let's see it, though, here. Hold up. Joji lands just by Iamzo there, so 7th place and 8th are now hovering above one another. Meanwhile, Agers and Kanata now in 4th here, still have an opportunity to hop back.
Here we go. Peterbot's team.
To the standings. Hey, listen, I know we've been counting them as
Peterbot's team. Here we go,
and
and Peterbot gets an elimination. Peterbot gets an elimination. Hold the phone. I'm still here. Peterbot needs to get in zone. Could he get in? He does. At 7 HP to spare. Down goes Peterbot.
The weather of the storm in the shots, and down they go. More chances now for the lobby.
But a difference of +5 just on the couple of seconds where we tuned in, getting the Elim, getting 2 placement points to take over, and because we have
down goes Macwood's team. Down goes Macwood's team. Peterbot goes down. Rokane's team is still alive here.
There's absolutely no way somebody else can catch them unless the 4th or 5th place team right now racks off 2 incredible matches.
In what world, and there's a chance, there's a universe where this happens, but 2 teams have to go, or 1 team has to go crazy the next 2 games. Edgy and Acorn can be them. They're already at 5 Elims. I mean, if I had to guess, they're on track right now, Sundown, but that would mean a win here and potentially just a showstopper last game.
Hey man, like I said, you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
There's always is. When you see 3 points per Elim, hey, there's 49 other duos in the lobby. You could get everyone. That's some serious points. The reality of the situation, though, is it feels like they've done enough, but who else can get on board?
Well, they're damaging people a lot now. Nexie's Narwhal's team are damaging people a lot. Narwhal's team is on high ground right now.
Your shields down, don't land on us. We're ready for the fight, and it's just enough of that intimidation to buy themselves some time. Iamzo now still playing by himself, clutching up here. He's managed to find himself way into the top 16 here as far as the teams left alive. That's a lot of placement points.
Here we go, Acorn's team.
He's kind of slide his way on all the way up.
And Edgy
is still going crazy here. He finds another one, but let's go on over to the FaZe.
Bizzle goes down. FaZe Bizzle goes down by Imanzo. Edgy gets an elimination. Edgy got Agers.
No, we're taking that chance away from them. And now all of a sudden, SPG's prediction, Acorn, Edgy, trying to push through the 33 and Fusion Esports players. But Kanata saying, hey, I got my top 10 streak on the line. I'm trying to make the play. Agers already has 3 Elims for him, so he did his work. It's Kanata's turn to turn those tables.
That's right. Last game, Kanata
King,
Agers did
third
so
place
well.
right now.
They're
the third place team.
The lobby with 3, so a much better performance for him already.
They're in the third place team right now.
6 Elims. Can they make it a big 7 here? They're looking for it, but the wall, the floor, it all gets taken in front of him. He has to change course. This is a
Rokane. Here's Rokane's team, 223.
While you're in the heat of the moment. Meanwhile, low ground, Avery also alive there alongside.
Still in 5th place. Edgy's team in 5th place right now.
Worth the points here. He doesn't find anything, not just yet.
They're trying to find the Elims on the backside of the zone, turning back and finding the players who are just ratting around in those catacombs, picking up everyone who has just thrown themselves into the fray.
250, 4th place right now. 3rd, 4th place. King is in 2nd place. King is in 2nd place.
No white HP on Kanata. That means you are
down goes King at 261 points.
other options, and Rokane and Joji are going to pick it up.
Rokane, 231. They're in 6th place.
One solo out there. Everyone else has a buddy here in game number 11.
This is crazy. 4th place still in the lobby, 6th place still in the game as well. And then you have a top 10.
They're top 24 right now. This is top 24.
Starts to get pressure here from high ground. Command
here we go.
Are up top trying to secure a victory royale here.
262 from Edgy and Acorn's team. 262.
Already, there's still a couple more opportunities in front of them though. What's he gonna do here? He's sitting inside the storm.
And down goes Edgy! And down goes Acorn!
And that's a 6-point swing. And the placement point
6-point swing! Rokane! Rokane is going crazy. 2v2.
You saw what I did at the start of the season. Don't write me out yet. Trying to push through, trying to find everything it can. But Bank and Elite, they're the high ground team. We've been going through and only 2 builds on Joji. You can see him trying to separate.
It is a 2v2 right now. It is a 2v2.
To create some space and some options, so the 2v2 is coming.
Bank has a win condition. Elite has even more heals. They can actually ride this one out. We have not seen a heal off in the FNCS finals to date. Everyone's been fighting it out to the very last moments, but this is
here it comes.
Times where you have the win almost just written in stone in front of you, and now you have to wait this out. Elite says yes.
Here we go now. His teammate giving him some floppers. Here we go. Rokane's team.
Doesn't have builds though. It's gonna come down to this wire. Joji will eventually have to fight back.
Yo, but if they're playing heal off, you do not drop down. Period. Full stop. You do not give them siphon and give them the option. If you are committing to a heal off, you
here we go. Boga's team probably got dropped down to 3rd place or even 4th place probably. It's really sad.
Trying to find something, but since we
that's gonna give him at least like 10,000, maybe 20,000, maybe even 5,000. I do not know.
Remember, ultimately you want to do damage as well. If you don't touch them, you don't earn points, and you need those points if you want to get closer and closer to that big prizing that will open up later into the tournament if you can play well. Elite makes a big mistake.
Here we go, Elite makes a big mistake, goes down, 2v1, Elite might just 2v1, he does. He takes that win for himself. Congratulations to Elite from getting that 2v1 victory royale in game number 11. GG's to Elite from getting that victory royale. Elite getting that victory royale on game number 11. Congratulations to Elite and Bank from getting that victory royale on game number 11 of the FNCS finals of NAE. Man, this is insane. Elite's team getting that victory royale on game number 11. After this, it's game number 12. This is it.
This is they're looking at the leaderboard and saying, huh, you know what? Those 6 points could be a couple thousand, if not tens of thousands of dollars. Let's put our stamp on it. Let's grab everything we can out of the game. But Monster, 1 game left to set the stage, to let us know where we're at going into the final moments. Adam, Vivid, SVG.
Thank you so much, boys. 1 game left. 1 more game. That's it. One more. There's only 1 more now. Fellas, they're wrapping things up superbly there for us on game
victory
11.
royale from Elite's team. But this is the last game. Game 12 of 12.
And getting the victory out. Fantastic stuff there.
Man, game 12 of 12. This is effing insane, dude. This is insane.
Instantly finds a knock on Rotate, and right here, watch this. He actually goes for the finish there, gets the siphon.
Elite goes for the finish, which gave him the extra siphon, and then giving that 2v1 win. Wow, GG's.
That ended up saving him. He picks up that final elim and ultimately victory royale.
Yeah, what a play. But we have to talk about Joji and Rokane able to make a nice push into this endgame. They had a great day 1. Haven't necessarily seen the same out of them in day 2, but here it is. This is what we wanted to see in day 2. They started slaying out. They're getting a bunch of elims, finding them on the backside of zone, and making these nice rotates. No one's on high ground shooting at them. We're just going to chill. We're going to kindly pad into zone, and we will take the front side. It's been a nice team to watch as we see Joji and Rokane. They've been pretty consistent throughout multiple qualifiers, whether it be together or with other teammates. Now seeing them here in finals, pushing themselves up the leaderboard. They're at 5th place at the moment on the leaderboard, but I would expect them to be in third, fourth, maybe second once we take a peek.
Yeah, you saw as well, though, Vivid, as well. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner there as well, the flip-flopping of the team position there as well, because it is that tight now.
Yeah, really, really crazy. And some of these teams taking full advantage of the fact that we saw
Brocane
Booga and Miro
not.
go down. Had some
Yeah, Booga and Miro
Storm
going
Surge
down
problems, which
from
is
Storm
unlike
Surge,
them,
very
for sure. You know,
sadly.
we did see that south zone pull there, but yeah, here we are, big switch up as a result. Booga and Miro falling 2 places. Acorn, Edgy taking full advantage, going up to that second place. Also, Agers, Kanata want a piece of it as well. Look how close our second, third, fourth place teams are.
SBG, look, I mean, look at this. 4th position here, 258. Then 3 points later, 261. Then 6 points. And then we're looking at fine margins here between first and second place.
And it's crazy. Literally every position besides first place changed in that past game. So everyone is going back and forth. The final blows are being thrown, but it's going to come down to
final
blows.
Booga is in 4th place right now with Miro.
Wow. It's all
Wow.
going to come down to where and how you do in this last game.
Oh,
That's crazy, right?
sorry guys, zone is closing in on Legends Landing. I will have to leave, but I'll get it straight back into another game right now. Sorry about that, guys.
But if they do fall down early,
Sorry about that, guys. Got to get into another game because zone has closed in. I'm just gonna have to get back into another game. So yeah. Here we go, like 1 minute in like 28 seconds until the next game begins. We're just gonna be loading into another game because of the storm. Also, guys, please pick up this back bling in the item shop. It looks sick. Please, I recommend you to buy it. It's so good, dude. It's so good. I praise you to buy it. Please, just buy it. Just buy it. Just buy it, please. It looks insane. So Booga and Miro are down by like maybe 13. If they get more eliminations, they could be in second. But there's no way anyone beats them. Peterbot is definitely the champ, but we just want to see the last game and see how it plays out. Maybe the people at the bottom could come to the top. I do not know. Here we go. Now this zone does not close in until 5 minutes. Dude. Alrighty. Here we go, guys. Let's get back into another one. The last game. Here we go.
51 points in first and second, I think, if my maths is correct there. So that is definitely doable. That is absolutely doable. So it all comes down to this. Again, as always, let us know who you think is going to be the FNCS NAE champions. We've worked all this way towards this. It is the final game. It is game 12 of this 2-day finals. Who will be the winners? We're about to find out. It's over to Monster and Sundown. Let's go! It's finals, the last game. Let's do this thing.
Here we go! Last game of the finals. Game number 12, the last game.
One more time.
One more time.
Once more.
Just one more time for the sweats to sweat off.
Right now,
one more time.
In second, Peterbot and Byla have a 52-point lead, which looks pretty good, but as we've seen, everyone just keeps chipping away.
Yeah, especially since our other teams are starting to get consistent here and find their points, but this is it. One more time, let's jump into the battle bus here. Game number 12 of the NA East Finals is underway. What's at stake? A lot of money, a lot of pride, and of course, that FNCS Axe of Champions 2.0. The battle bus is here. It's a south to north split. We've gotten a little bit of everything today, and
here we go.
Keeping us on our toes.
So what we are going to be looking for, one, if you are just
the pros are keeping us on our toes.
Because today has been absolutely fantastic. Some great Fortnite being played. And honestly, this whole season.
Here's Royal's team landing at Synapse Station.
They were so far ahead coming into today that if they were able to just get enough, they could have secured it even 2 games ago. But it stalled a little bit. There's a little bit of room right at the top. However, if they don't go down early, it might as well be over. For everyone else, though, if you're second to 6, you're right on top of each other. A solid performance or just even a little bit better performance than those teams right next to you is tens of thousands of dollars.
And that's what's on the line when we watch the engages go down here. But also, even teams like Trashy, Glaze, who have, you know, struggled and rivaled their way out of this. Outside
This
the
is the
20th
last
position
game,
to
and
get
it's
to
gonna
top
be it.
19 today
This
has
is the
been
last game, and it's
you know,
gonna be it
statement
after
in its
this
own, and they,
for
if
the
they can
whole
win, if they can pop
season.
off, they will also get to
There's
that
gonna be
top
no
10 as well.
more.
And
This is
that's
the
all we
last
need.
game.
There are tens of thousands of dollars on the line here. This is the last game of the finals. Your last time to just do your best and get a good placement point.
And once you're eliminated here, your FNCS for this season is over. You are done. You will be watching the match play out. Your position on the leaderboard will be set.
Yep, that'll be set.
That every single one
It will
of
be
these
set.
duos is going to claw. They're going to scrape, and they're going to fight for every tag, every positional advantage, every weapon upgrade they can possibly get their hands on. And right now, Peterbot's weaponry is looking the best it's looked in a hot minute.
Definitely all starting to come together here. And when you need it most, when we've been trying to count on them to have that one big pop-off game to just solidify their championship, will it be here in this last game? If you're an Edgy, an Acorn, what you are hoping for, they go down early, you pop off. A 10, 12, 13, 14 elimination game with the win could just be enough to go ahead and take that #1 spot too.
Peterbot gets a confirmation on the Bizzle. Already getting it rolling. Can they get the points to add up? We saw what second place was doing over on the side.
Peterbot in a
We'll take
fight
look
with
at all of our
Bizzle.
top teams and what they're able to get rolling as right now. Kanata, Aegis just looting up outside. We'll get a replay of
So
that.
let's get a
Healing coming through. We'll
replay
see
of
what he's
the
doing,
elim
where
from
he's able to hawk it.
Peterbot.
This is the
So I guess the
strength
elim
of
was
Dr.
right
Sloan's
here.
Mythic Burst AR.
There's that elim.
And
It
one of
goes
the best
brum,
players in
brum,
NA East is
brum.
deleted.
Just like that, quick and easy, wipes his hands clean from the scene, and he is gone like the wind. Peterbot and Byla find themselves a quick 3-point pickup there, and they take one major step towards winning the region.
And here's
But let's go ahead
Bugha.
and look at our other teams on the bubble here.
Oh, and Bugha!
For the first time now, taking some early game tags here from the
Taking
distance.
some
It's Larson
early
on the other side.
tags.
He's gotten a little too close for comfort. He's starting to look inwards.
Now remember, if Bugha gets eliminated, he can move down to 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. He could move down to maybe even higher than top 10. This is bad for Bugha. And Miro. And Miro.
But one of the benefits, too, of having, I don't want to say uncontested chonkers because we've seen the shots come through, but there are so many excess shields in here that you can already see that Bugha is leaving behind minis because they've been able to pick it up. He has a full inventory, 6 splashes, 6 minis, 3 big pots, and he took some chip there. So he's got plenty of time. Now, we talked about coming in today how it was really a 2-horse race. Now it's turned into a 1-horse race, and everyone else right in the pack.
I just want to
to
see
sniff out that silver medal.
phase.
Again,
Here we go. 250 points. Top 5, and I'm dead. Guess we gotta load into another game. If I can load back into a game quick. We got 3 hours. All right, we're good. This is a good game. This is a good game. Last game, guys. Last game right here. It's happening right now. I am running. I am sprinting over to the arena from the spawn area. I am sprinting. Run, 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 run.
But who else can catch him? Somebody else who's had an amazing performance today in particular, and even a little bit yesterday. 2 victories.
I'm running, man. I'm running. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going.
From
Woo!
that lighthouse split.
All right,
There's
I'm
not
here.
many teams that can say we picked up 2 wins over the course of the tournament, so it's either all in or nothing for Pam and Thatch here. This is their rotate. This is their strategy, though. Of course, they have this nice little split drop, and look.
I was just about to say, and for the first time in a while, the boat actually pulls over towards them, which gives them a little bit more options on the split route, where typically they're happy to end up coming in and grabbing just whatever is on the leftover of Sleepy, because Sleepy does have a ton of
here's
extra loot.
Booga and
the
Miro
team
getting
being absolutely
tags.
harassed, as Booga harasses that team trying to rotate. Headshot, body shot, that's going to make them pretty safe on search.
Big damage right there. Definitely is a step in the right direction. Meanwhile, Voyo and Xcept are getting tagged as well, and they're going to base up pretty closely. Now, take a look there. It's just wood builds. Booga and Miro going to notice pretty much a chip in the armor there and possibly look for some angles, but no, they're playing for positioning this time around, something different.
Well, and that's because of where the first zone pulled for what is the first time today, and I believe we only had one other zone that was this far north yesterday. We're going up to the north and the
Only
west. So
48 more teams remain. 95 players remain. Just a few more minutes until this game is going to be ending. Soon we're going to be getting our small zone. We're going to get our tiny zone, then we're going to get our rotating zone, then we're going to get our zero zone. So yeah, here we go. And then we start off with the 0, then we start off with a X 0 zone. We start off with the extra large zone, small zone, tiny zone, rotating zone, 0 zone. That's around 7 zones, 9 zones, sorry. Then the 4 off spawn, you know. But here we go, Clicks and Day. This could be it. If they get eliminated, that's it. Their placement is there. They end right there on the dot. But here we go.
And then they also have Fable Taco right on the opposite side of him. Him and Golden, they're pinned down here. But you can see they want to.
If King gets eliminated, he could go down to 4th or 5th. I do not know. So it is for all the glory on game number 12, the final game of the season. The final game of the season is all on this block.
Really want to take this fight all the way through. Not if it's going to cost them their tournament. They are too close to tasting that silver medal, that potential #1 spot like we talked about here. But hold up, lose the wall from up above. He has to go ahead and go for the re-exchange here. I love the angle plays right now, but Adrian gets punished, and they haven't really found anything from this. They've only been tagged up. Meanwhile, here comes the couple shots. Nothing just yet. Clicks is quick. He starts swinging his way back.
King's team could be getting eliminated any second. They're in 3rd place right now. King's team 3rd place. They were in 2nd, got to 3rd. Down goes Trashy's team. Trashy goes down. Trashy goes down. King still in, getting pressured, getting tags off of people. And here is that Miro? And I'm pretty sure that is Miro and Booga.
And just like that, now you have Threats and Rise up top, putting their 2 cents into the conversation, and then another team shows up here. So there's a little too much chaos going on for the likings of Kanan and Angels. They're trying to play nice, slow, and steady.
Here we go. Day knocks 1. NRG Day and Clicks gets an elimination. Down goes Day. Down goes Day. And Agers goes down by Clicks. Agers getting rezzed. Wow, Booga and Miro are paying a little, what's up, guys? Hello. Did you forget about us? They could go straight to 3rd if they get this. They do! They do! And the 3rd place team goes down to the 4th place team. No. Get out of here. It's ours. It's our kingdom. You're not going to be here.
And you know what?
And Edgy's team is 2nd right now. Booga needs to get just a couple more eliminations and that's it. Couple more eliminations and Booga's in 2nd. While Peterbot's team is in 1st. This is for all of the glory.
But in the end, Vivid does come out.
This is for all of the glory.
I mean, when doesn't he? Everybody's copying Vivid's homework.
The arena's going wild.
Players at NA East back in the day. Honestly, you could probably still throw them in these lobbies. They do a little bit of damage, but we're going to swing on over. Roken and Joji currently
To
sitting
Rokane's
in
team.
place.
In
There's a little
sixth
bit of room.
place
Honestly,
right
this
now.
is very much a change in game place because it seems like everybody realizes that, hey,
Peterbot's
outside the
team
top
in first
spot,
place
there's
right
money
now.
to be made.
They are
In game number
highlighted
12,
in
we
blue,
usually see a lot of
322
outward aggressive
points.
people trying to just do what they can to climb up,
This
but
is
they
their
know if
final
they make
game
endgame, there's opportunity
to
for more
impress
to come.
us. Well,
Right
they
now,
already
Peterbot and
did.
Violet saying, hey, we're
Explodes
getting rid
that
of that
cannon so they won't
nobody
be
flying
able to
in
do
here. We'll
it.
Control the variables. But one thing to note, look at the map and look above. They're only 68 damage above Storm.
And gets a
25
little
damage every
tag
5
off
seconds
one.
to the teams who have not done enough tags. And this has been the only time they've struggled. And right now, as soon as I call it out, 3 huge tags.
Definitely watching the field
And
like
down
a hawk
goes
here.
Smack.
Anything that
Kaz
moves
gets
is
an
gonna go ahead and
elimination.
get the focus,
Here's
that laser focus and attention put on it.
Waltator
down at the bottom
team.
here, looking pretty solid above the
Waltate's
surge.
team.
Edging Acorn looking
Waltator's
great
team.
as well,
Down
leading
at
that second place
250
spot
points, I'm pretty sure.
ahead of the
That's going to
competition.
lead them to
Waltator
5th
and
place.
Cole jumped into that last fight.
Edgy still in here.
Though. They're starting to reset. They're taking it nice and easy, slow
Here we
and
go,
steady.
33 Cold's
And you can tell
team.
their loadout
They were
is
in
just
second,
a
went
mix of
straight
what
down
they
to
can find,
5th.
trying to make do with the game.
Due
They
to
need
the
to
loss,
play
and
endgame.
Day goes down from the knock. Day goes down from the knock. Any moment right now, we will see the finish on Day.
We've seen Waltaker, but if you don't get in that position,
Kaz goes down now. Kaz goes down.
So difficult to pick up points here when you're playing against the best of the best, when all the pressure is on
And
the line. But somebody who
Booga
thrives in
and
that
Miro
pressure has been
are in 4th
absolutely
place
born
right
in it.
now.
Dignitas Miro, Sentinels Boga. If anybody is
Sentinels,
able to rack off
man,
a big game here, especially in the
Sentinels.
second, it could be them. But right now, Edgy and Acorn under pressure, and they're actually going to slam down an armored wall as Edgy has been knocked. Shots are raining in
And
all the way from the side.
Acorn,
Acorn trying to steal the
yep,
rebound,
see
but shots
Acorn's
being
team
thrown.
is
Edgy
getting
gets dropped
shots
on
after
Entrance,
shots.
trying to toss this
And
in.
wait,
Acorn takes
this
a
could be
bunch
it
of
for
damage, and
Acorn.
Edgy's gonna get finished here in a
Acorn
second.
takes a
Acorn
bunch
doesn't
of
walk up
damage
with
off
flashing.
of him.
Edgy
Down
is
goes
confirmed.
Edgy.
This could be
This
it
could
right
be
here,
it
right
right
now.
here,
That is so
right now.
unfortunate. Acorn
They're in
did get
second
the full
place.
elim, though,
If
so he
they're
picks
dead,
up one.
then
But one
this
is not
actually
enough
could
when
be
you
it for the
lose
second
your
place
teammate in
three.
the
They can go down to
process.
3rd
And
or
it's
maybe
Violet,
4th, maybe even
Peterbot,
5th.
Quanti,
They
Larson,
could
the
take
other teams that are
Booga's
looking
spot.
at this
Booga's
fight
spot
and
will go
shooting
straight to
inward.
2nd.
And just like that, they are affecting
I
the
will not know,
storyline here. They
but
are
Acorn is
solidifying
dead.
Their placements in this tournament, and they are making it that much.
I mean,
clearer
Acorn's
to the
still
lobby
alive,
that
Edgy's
we
dead.
Are a problem.
All they have
This is a big problem. This is a big, big problem.
Acorn does have enough on the
Here we go, Acorn getting sprayed. 267 points. Day gets knocked in the chat.
He has to win the 1v1.
And Day gets finished.
Get the reboot.
And down goes Clicks. That's it for Clicks. This could be it for Acorn too. This could be it for Acorn.
But no time, so he's going to expand the
No
fields out,
time
try and
to
make himself
12
look big, make himself
HP.
look scary, but it's
12
all a mirage, and he closes in on
HP
it. He's trying to
from
find the
Acorn.
oasis, but at the end of the
Uses
day, it
this
looks like it is
last
just a barren
health.
desert, and Enken
Last
is
health.
trying to put an end to the miracle run.
12 health versus around 200 health.
With it, he finds Acorn on this low ground, and this is a big opportunity now for NPen to go ahead and shut
Which is
down.
around, yeah, around
the
200.
2 team. Kanata and Agers are already out, and honestly, if you're Kanata and Agers, you
This
do
could
not
be
want
it for
second place out.
Acorn.
You do not want what is left of 4th out
Miro
of the
getting
tournament, because that
cracked.
means the standings
Not
are
knocked
up for
yet.
grabs. That means our top 10 teams have a chance to go ahead and
And
snipe it all up. If
Acorn.
the points don't get funneled upwards towards these teams, your honestly prizing is gone. Like, it is definitely up in the air and someone will take it. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and we've seen every single time we've looked at the leaderboard.
Oh no.
12, 10, 8, 4, 2, and down! He doesn't get any down! Acorn and Edgy are down! Miro and Booga! Miro and Booga still on their feet. That the second place cut might cut them down to a 4th or 3rd place. Booga. Remember, they need only 3 eliminations. They need only 3 eliminations. At least one duo to clear out, and boom, they're in second.
separating them.
3 plus 3 is
Byla are
6.
right at the
This
finish line. They're trying to just stick their chest out and break that tape.
This is it.
We're
It's
dead.
the victory lap at the
Yeah.
end of the day right now.
We
But
go
like we said
JoJo's
before,
team,
there is
Joji's
money on
team.
the line, and no way.
There's
not
money on the
Joji,
line.
not Rokane as well.
And
they're under some
this
serious
could be
heat
it.
right now.
The
Rokane's
6th
out.
place
The
team, I'm
pressure
pretty
from
sure
the
5th
lobby
place.
was too much, and we're
6th
seeing
place
another
down
team collapse
Joji.
in the last game. It is so
Joji
worrisome
alone.
to see how much tournament prizing is now available.
And particularly for Joji and Rokane. Joji has been fantastic this season, but Rokane has been on another
Rokane
level.
is
The
dead.
solo clutches, the
Rokane
individual
is
efforts to
dead.
even
This
get them here,
is
all
it. This
happened
could
by
be
Rokane.
it.
Now the pressure is on Joji. What can he do to get them a better finish? What can he do to get them a better payday, to move them up the leaderboard as a solo? But want to know who's looking at all this and being like, hey, this is pretty nice. Cold and Walltaker, they're going to continue to try and climb up the leaderboard. Second is very much in their grasp. Same with Booga and Miro, as they're both sitting in 4th and 5th right now, but 2nd and 3rd are down.
Definitely, they're down and out. And you know, this really allows us to take a look at the bigger picture from the outside, right? There is so much on the line. It's not just winning the tournament.
Yep,
it's
there
what's
is
on the
so
line for the
much
other
on
teams
the
that are still
line
proving
right
themselves
now.
to the region that they are incredible at Fortnite. They still continue to have what it takes to compete at the top. A 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th in the FNCS finals of NA East. No easy feat. We have seen an exceptional day of competition, and this is why it is
And
so
Booga
important that we
uses a
celebrate
high
all of our
pad,
players so battling it out.
259 points,
Again,
needs
don't
around
forget, we had a pretty
10
big
more
announcement
points.
this morning
Huge
going through.
announcement.
The FNCS Invitational in November.
Needs one
You
more
know that's
kill.
in the back of all
Needs
these
1,
players'
2, 3.
minds,
Needs
being like,
one
hey,
more
they're looking
kill
at the top duos.
to get.
What can I do to
Because
put my
remember,
name in there to stick a flag in
261, they're
that
at
stake, saying, hey,
259.
why am I not invited? Joji could put a question mark in
Joji,
there
6th
right
place
now if he's
right
able to
now
put
on
up
the leaderboard.
individual efforts. What are they going to be able to do?
But he's 138 below here. It's all or nothing now. He has to fight back. It's not looking good. The lobby starts to focus in. It's those fresh walls. They're, again, this is like blood in the water to the big fish in the sea here. You can't have fresh walls being built up, especially when the surge is active. You know players are looking for these opportunities. Joji has to do something big now. He's got the ammo. He's got the
Joji
heal.
has
He's
to do
definitely
something
got the
big.
weapon to
7
do
seconds
everything
until
that he
all
needs
the
to,
players
but he's
have
gonna
to
commit
rotate.
here.
Remember, guys,
Placement
last
threshold
game, this
has
is
been
game
passed.
12 of
Everyone in
12.
the lobby gets 1 point.
Oh
One who's still on
no,
their feet,
Joji
Peter
is
Button
on the
Byla.
way
That's
opposite
maybe.
side that
Miracle
he
Run
needs to
is
be on.
closing every time, and like
And
I said,
wait,
I
Joji
basically
taking
called
storm
it, but what
surge
else can they do?
damage.
As Joji is now
He
holding
is
the 8th place team.
spraying
This is
into a
6 with
team
8
that
with
is
Avery and Mike,
fresh.
the OCE Warrior representative trying to do more.
And look at this. This is where we're seeing eliminations. Fetch goes down. Mastu goes down. Quanti goes down. So much people are going down right now. Muzz and Avery going down. Booga and Miro still in here. 33 Colds team. They are in 5th place right now. They're still in.
7th is on the table. I mean, we're
They're
talking about
still
all
in.
the other additional spots here. Teams that are on the bubble.
Here we go, 33 Vert's team. 33 Vert gets knocked.
Doesn't ever happen this way.
Here we go now. Miro popping off. 261. They're in 3rd place. They're in 3rd place.
And make that hero effort at the
They're in 3rd place right now. Booga's team. 3rd place. And they take the car. They're taking the car.
They want 2nd at least.
Remember, they're using it. They're using it to rotate. This is an insane rotation strat.
Right now, Peter Bot and Byla are your
They're in.
East
Yup.
champions.
Yup.
For
That
Chapter 3
I
Season
think
2.
this is
They're
it.
in the cascading
They
placement
yeah.
points. Even if Miro and Booga eliminated the entirety rest of the lobby and won the match, it would not be enough. Well, it would, but it's not going to happen. As now they're trying to just climb up
Yup,
into
it is
Peter
enough.
Bot gets another
Peter
one.
Bot
He's
gets
got his
another
stand down. The
elimination.
trophy's
And
on
guys,
the
you heard it
shelf.
right there.
Take the
Your
step stool away,
champions
and they're jumping out
of
with
the
a suit,
Chapter 3
doing
Season
everything
2
they
is
can.
probably,
We're gonna see
and
how they went down, trying to
guaranteed
dive in Campbell.
maybe,
Oh, it's
probably. Peter Bot's team. Peter Bot's team, 327. There's like 100-point difference here. There is such a big difference. Peter Bot and Byla have have made it from the dark to the sun. They are in the highest point that they need to. Macwood's team is still in. Let's see how much they can do. They are in third place right now. They have earned it. They have played so well out of this whole 12-game tournament. I mean, this is an insane day 2, because I think we already might know who's the champion of NA East. We might know. I think we already do know. Peterbot's team's looking into the distance, but we still have Booga and Miro's team in the highlights. They are still eager to get second, maybe even keep third, maybe even just to keep third, because they are in third. Booga and Miro pushing in 265 points. Miro does find that launch. He does. He's going to use that launch all the way over to low ground. Wow. Booga is still here.
The points are very close. This is a lot on the line here.
There's 8 points separating, but the team in third has been
8 points to separate them. Needs those points for the...
Now, as Walltaker and Cold are trying to do everything they can to pull it away from him. The placement points.
Second! And they're in second place! Second place from Booga and Miro! Miro about to go down. No, never mind. And Booga and Miro are back to second place. They don't need to keep this. They need to keep this. And then this could be it. Remember, this could be it. This is ain't nobody gonna catch him. Mr. Peterbot is still looking. Remember, Macwood's team is on high ground. This is insane of game number 12. This is why I love FNCS so much. This is my home. Peterbot goes down. Peterbot goes down for Peterbot. But the fight for second is down. Are in the final stretch. Booga! Make that! Booga! Get to the limb! Booga and Miro! On game number 12 could be getting the victory royale on game number 12! One of my favorite teams! Booga! Miro's down! Miro's down! Booga's still in though! Booga goes down! Booga's down!
Using the splashes, using everything they can.
Booga goes down! Booga goes down! The battle for second!
As Dejan is trying to hold on to a 7th place spot, but we're keeping eyes on Cold and Walltaker. A couple elims, a couple more placement points, and they will rip that 2nd place away from Booga and Miro. They've already pushed themselves into 3rd, but Chimp is trying to get himself into the top 10 with a great shot there on the TK.
Cold!
Hey, and we got some
33 Cold's team!
To be made here.
Not in second yet! Not in second!
Chip slides around the side. He has broken into that top 10, but one more.
Oh, Cold! One more limb!
Back, it's Cold. It's a wintertime play here.
3rd place for Walter! Down goes him! 3rd place! Oh!
He's quick on his feet. The
3rd place though! They're still in 3rd place!
But do you play for the fight or do you go for the heal?
He has to tick over at least one more placement.
This is for
2v1 v2. This is for 2nd place right now. What can Cold do? The redemption run from the performance last episode. He's dipping back.
He knows it!
And he knows it! He knows it!
It's away 2nd place from Booga.
He knows it! And Backwood! They rip it away from Booga and Miro. And Macwood!
For 2nd. And the young gun, 33 Cold, says hop on my back, run into the zone, and hits the monstrous striker pump shot to get him a huge payday.
And take a look at it.
And look at this, Macwood's team. That was an insane game number 12. There it is right there. Donnie and Macwood get game number 12. Victory Royale. That was the NA East Finals. Congrats. Dude, this is insane. Victory Royale. GG's to Macwood. GG's to Macwood from getting that Victory Royale at the end with his duo, Donnie, I should say. getting the victory royale on game number 12. Congratulations. That's going to be wraps for NA East.
See you guys in a bit. The stage is yours, my friends.
Yep.
Oh,
The stage is yours, and that is how you round out FNCS NA East. That was an insane championship, dude. That was insane. And there it is! Congratulations to the winners of FNCS, Peter Bot, Dot, and Twitter Balaya from getting the NA East win. They are your NA East Chapter 3 Season 2 World NA East champions of NA East. Peter Bot's team is your champions of NA East FNCS. They are your NA East champions. Congrats to Peter Bot from getting. Congrats, Peter Bot getting the. They knew it. They knew it from the very beginning. They did not go down. Man, wow, that was insane. Peter Bot getting the win. GG's from Peter Bot's team from getting the win on the NA East Champion Series FNCS Chapter 3 Season 2 Finals. Congrats. They have won the FNCS Grand Finals. Congrats, dude. Congrats. That was insane. That was insane, guys. And without further ado, I think this is where we gotta end the broadcast because I gotta go to bed. But to end it off for a 10-second dance party. Just a 10-second dance party, really quick. To end it off, 10-second dance party in the FNCS arena. Let's start the timer now. 10 seconds starts now. 10, 9, 8, 7. Party out, dude. Party out. The disco ball's going crazy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it for the video today, because your NA East champions is Peter Bot and Twitter Balia. Scene Booga getting third place. Third place, alright? Third place from Booga. Not bad. Do you know how much Booga's gonna get? He gets $70,000, but that's nowhere different than the winners of FNCS, Peter Bot's team, getting $130,000 to split, plus the Axe of Champions 2.0 harvesting tool. That harvesting tool shows you the glory. And as I said from the very beginning, Peter Bot's team is getting their name written down on the Belt of Glory of FNCS. That was insane of an FNCS. Congratulations to that team from getting the win in FNCS. That was an insane FNCS, dude. That was insane. Oh. Congrats, dude. I should do it. Just like the thing out Seth Rollins. Yeah, dude. Let's go. I'm so hyped for the NA East champions of the world. That was insane. Congrats, guys, again. Last one. Congratulations to your NA East champions, of your FNCS champions of NA East. Let's take a look at it. FNCS Finals, Day 2, Cumulative. Peter Bot, Twitter Balaya, they are your FNCS winners. Congratulations. They are your FNCS winners. of NA East. They are your champs. They are your champions of NA East, Chapter 3, Season 2. They are the champions of NA East. They get the glory. They are the champions of NA East. Congratulations from Twitter and Peter Bot. Now in second place is 33 Colts team. Third place, Booga's team and Miro. Booga and Miro getting third place with 293 points. That was insane. Let's take a look at the prizes and rewards. Third place, Booga and Miro get $70,000 to split in their duo. They are so happy. Congrats to that team from getting $70,000 to split. $90,000 to split in second and $130,000. You guys can take a look at this. This is what the first place gets. It's insane. Take a look again at the leaderboard. We're gonna go down a little bit. We're gonna find a team. We're gonna go hunting for a team. Where is this team at? There it is. Clicks in Day. What do they get? They're top like 30. They get around $3,000 to split. $3,000 to split. Not bad. That is a lot of money. Congrats, guys. Thank you all for joining me on this journey. This was insane. I'll see you all later. And as always, I will be seeing you on the off season of FNCS. Peace.